day of football. What a day of football. What's going on? What's going on, people? Back again on the Jerry James Show. Another World Cup show for you guys daily after every single last game. So between 9 and 9:10, you come live for you. So big up. We've got myself, G, and Ish that is going to be joining us shortly as well. Oh, and we got Return of the Mac. It's Mr. Man himself. We got Romz right now.
France and
it's two against one right now. France in the building. Big up everyone in the building as well. Everyone that's been supporting.
Can you man hear me?
Yeah. Good, Romz. Big up everyone that's supporting. As we always say, please make sure you're smashing a like. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're sharing as well. And you know what? Send some likes for myself and Oscar at the moment because we are dying. We are dying.
No LFC brothers. We're not for this tournament. There's no LFC whatsoever. We are countries.
Yeah, we're countries. So Oscar, please, I need your help to break down this game, and we're going to do that. But before we do it, we're going to get let's just get cracking with the France game, man. Yeah, I mean, Mbappe doing Mbappe stuff. Dembele doing Dembele stuff. Although he's looking a bit raw, he's slowly going into that Pepe category. And you're like, bro, you're looking a bit bozo-ish. I don't know if he's had a layoff for so long. When you're young, you can play like that. But when you're coming into 25, 26, I need you to start playing. There needs to be a different level now, and his game ain't really improved like that, in my opinion. He's still playing the way he did 4 or 5 years ago, which is crazy. But I mean, look, we'll get into that. But look, France, Australia, there was always going to be one winner on paper anyway. Australia started well though. Great goal from Australia.
I was having flashbacks of early in the day, could there
be everyone thought this was going to be Messi 2.0. Crazy.
Because another thing as well, I was thinking, you said the stat, Jerry, a winner's not got out of their group stage. Their last five.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 4 out of the last 5. Yeah.
4 out of the last 5. I thought. Bear with me, you two. Bear with me.
Yeah, the cab office is popping off for the cab office is popping off.
I was even gonna say even for example, obviously when Australia took the lead, you were just thinking, like I said, everyone thought, I know the world and Twitter fingers were ready. What is this, Messi 2.0? I know everybody was ready. I know it. I could see it in
Floppe, innit?
Floppy, everyone was ready. And I know some people had to delete some of those drafts that they made today because my guy Mbappe, you know what I mean?
It's the Nike tick, Yeah, man, that was.
Sorry. But yeah,
he's in bed with FSG people. This is G's true colors, bro. All he cares about is the Nike. My people done this,
The what do you call it? He himself, Mbappe, he was just electric today, man. He showed exactly why he is one of the top 2-3 best players in the world of football right now. You know what I mean? So it was a very good display, man. As you said, Australia did started off pretty decently, and I feel like that's going to be the theme from some of these smaller teams now when they're up against bigger nations, is they're going to start imposing themselves a bit more against some of these teams. But quality told in the end, man. That game was done and dusted after 30 minutes, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. I think I feel a bit sorry for Australia because the game shouldn't have really been maybe it should have, because the game kind of went away from them. Big up to Trudon in the building. I don't know who you're supporting. Is it Argentina? Is it Argentina? Yeah. Well, you and G are in the same boat at the moment because a case has opened. A case has opened up for the GOAT for a lot of people. I mean, the case has opened up, and the Twitter fingers, but they've been rife from
rife today, Rubo.
Rife today. So I know G's been taking heat. We got obviously Fritz in the building already saying, "G, where was your Messi?" So we're gonna get into that. 100%.
Messi, we'll get into that.
We'll get into it. But look, man.
Can I just add to that quickly?
And the tactic, what to what?
To just the France kind of over. You know why else I thought there could be an upset? Let's be honest. Since their last World Cup win, they've been very underwhelming. I think their game after that World Cup, they lost to, I think it was Iceland in a Nations League qualifier. They haven't had the greatest results. I thought they could have an upset on their opening game, but they proved us wrong. Because I thought it'd end up being a draw. I just thought it's going to be one of them days. Then when Rabiot equalised kind of quickly, I said, yeah. And then I saw it. Bro, Lucas and that, Theo Hernandez and Mbappe on that left. Bro, that could be dangerous this tournament, you know. I think that left-hand side can win games alone for France, honestly.
Yeah, Theo Hernandez is good. But, I mean, look, when you look at...
He's good going forward.
Australia moved away from what they were doing, in my opinion, because when the game started, I think it's Suter was at the back. His range of passing was ridiculous.
You see the passing out the thing?
Did you see how many times he done it? Like the first 15 minutes, it was like 5 times, just over the top, boom, into feet. In the second half, he was doing it, and it was they stopped doing that for some reason. They stopped doing it. They started to want to like build through midfield. And look, Moy, decent little player, Jackson Irvine. I mean, like, yeah, he's trying. He's probably epitomized as a Milner, isn't it? Like, he works hard. You know, he's got good industry. I mean, Romz's favorite saying, but it was like
I love the industry.
He loved the industry, but do you know what I mean? But that's what it kind of was. And when they tried to kind of break through, you could see that's how the goal came from. I think it was Giroud's goal, where they tried to play at the back, didn't really work well, broke up because the left back or the right back took a baggy touch. And the touch wasn't even the worst touch. You can kind of get away with that in the Championship, wherever he goes and plays, or whether it was the A-League or wherever he plays. You can't get away with that against Mbappe as well. Where 1-2, little flick around the corner. Rabiot had a good performance, man. Liverpool been talking about a midfield. I know a lot of people in the summer said, look, Liverpool don't want Rabiot. We don't want Rabiot. He's not good enough. He was good today. He was good. He got us goals from midfield. No. But look, he's getting into the box. He got the goal from midfield.
He's better than what we have.
The midfielder we need. We went and got Arthur Melo in the end.
I think, but you got, just to quickly talk about Liverpool, you got to remember we're in the mud though, so it's like, man will take anyone.
Yeah.
I
hear that.
Yeah, 1 second. What's going on? Hold on, 2 seconds. Oscar saying, Jerry, do you have Polish roots? Because even when you speak Polish, your accent is very good. Man, bruv, I was born, bruv. I'm from Poznan, Lech Poznan. That's my team. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm fully Polish. My mum's Polish. So yeah.
I'm your rival. I'm Krakow.
Went school in Poland, Polish school, like that type of thing. G's frozen right now. So guys, make sure if you can just clip him up right now.
Yeah.
Screenshot, clip him up, print screen, whatever you're doing. Make sure you're doing that. I kind of stopped because when G just stopped talking, I was like, what's going on? But Jesus. But guess what? We got Ish in the building now as well. So it looks like we're going to do a sub, innit? We're
one in, one out, bro.
One out. There we go. Boom. But yeah, man, it's like it was a problem. Like France look like they're going through the motions, and the way they were able, that 1-touch, 2-touch passing to break down that team. I mean, I don't think Australia actually that bad of a team. I think it's actually France's performance that was that good.
Yeah.
I think they started off quite poorly. I think they got taken aback by the kind of fast start from Australia with the directness. Once that got kind of nullified, they came through. And I mean, I don't know what Ish, chat to us. What do you think of that performance, man?
Bro, you know what? I'm actually kind of annoyed Mbappe got the goal on the assist, because that would have been an example of balling without getting your stats, because he was hooping today. Take the goal and assist away from it. The goal was nice, this was nice, but he was actually causing problems every time he got on the ball. Like, it was crazy. It was actually crazy. And I'm just glad, because he's been getting a lot of stick this season after he rejected the Real Madrid move. The PSG stuff's not been too great. His PR is kind of in the mud at the moment. They're trying to say he's going through his little villain arc, and that obviously after he missed the penalty in the Euros as well. So I'm just happy to see that he's balling out. But people tried to write France off. Their team looks nice, bro. Their team looks all right. Yeah. I'm fancying them to go far.
Do you know what's quite funny? What I was actually seeing from Mbappe's game, it's like he's tried to adopt the same type of role Neymar's adopted in his teams. He gets the ball and he's the conductor, and it doesn't really have to score.
Yeah.
I want to get the ball.
Apparently, that's what he's annoyed about, because he doesn't want to play through the middle for PSG. He doesn't want to play as a striker. He wants to do the playmaking thing, and everyone's been a bit like, that's not what
there was moments.
Playmaking, Neymar's at that level above when it comes to that, in terms of that passing and that end product. But you can see even the way he's doing the little flicks around the corner. I'm looking at it and I'm like, Bro, it's like he's trying to literally.
Bro, it's
copy
looking nice,
what
isn't
man's
it?
doing.
You
He's
hit the
looking
nail
nice,
on the
nice,
head.
nice.
And that's probably why I don't know how true this is, but there was murmurs that he wanted to push Mbappe out, name out the club, because he kind of wants to be that main man and that creator. Because you can tell he's not happy with just finishing. That's why I don't want to make this comparison. But when people are comparing Haaland to Mbappe, Mbappe is Haaland and more, in my opinion, because he doesn't just want to be the finisher. He wants to do everything else.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what it is? When Haaland's gonna have to score so many goals like consistently to stay up there with Mbappe. Mbappe can have a 25 goal 25
but he's still balling
season, ball out, and he can get the Ballon d'Or. Haaland.
We even saw Haaland last weekend.
But I think it'll be easier for Haaland to get a Ballon d'Or than it would be Mbappe, because all Haaland has to do is score. Mbappe's got to score, assist. You got to do this. You're going to need more from Mbappe for you to then say, yes, you are the best, as opposed to. I'm not saying he doesn't, but I'm saying if you're saying that Mbappe is Haaland the more, which I can probably agree with. At the end of the day, it's almost like when you watch Benzema, for example. That guy just scores. For example, even last season he did get a few assists, but he's a goal scorer. Lewandowski, goal scorers. They just need to do that, and everyone will say, he's having a banging season. Whereas Mbappe, man, needs to score 30 goals, and I also need to get you 20 assists, and you need to get 10 man of the matches, and everything else above that for you to be like, yeah, he's great.
The difference is that with a Haaland, for my opinion, like in my opinion anyway, if you look at Lewandowski, he's had to score so many goals so consistently. Like getting the Ballon d'Or. Modric has won the Ballon d'Or since then. You got Benzema who just Lewandowski probably could have rivaled that. When you're going for that Ballon d'Or, Haaland's gonna have to keep that up so long to even be like put in that category, in my opinion, because the goals are gonna be there. But you've got Mbappe coming through who does everything. There's going to be someone else going to come through now. You're going to get like a Vinicius or whoever that offers so much to the game where it's like...
Also,
and you know what's going to be amazing?
Sorry to cut you, Romz. Just quickly.
Yeah, go on.
You know what is, as well is like Haaland is never going to have anything on the international stage. Let's be honest.
I was just about to say
even if they get to a World Cup, Norway, they're not doing shit. Like they got him and Odegaard. That's it.
Yeah,
it's Poland.
Yeah.
Poland 2.0. That's it.
If France win the World Cup, it doesn't really matter what happens to the rest of the season. I reckon Mbappe probably wins Ballon d'Or in it because they're doing it for the whole season now. So I think whatever happens, if France get the World Cup and he has a
and what company's Ballon d'Or under, bro? There's going to be that slight bias that they're French. Do you know what I mean? So, I've always said Mbappe's guaranteed at least 2-3 because, like you said, it's literally what you said was what I'm about to say. Haaland's not really going to do anything on the international. For me personally, I don't think they'll ever reach a World Cup because the qualifying is so much harder. He's going to get Euros. I reckon Norway, their new generation, him, Odegaard, that they're good enough to at least make Euros. But even then, they're not going to do much in that. You can't just rely on two men and the rest of your squad's not all that. That man's relying off. Remember Josh King from Bournemouth and that, bro. That man there.
That's a Josh King, bro.
Bro, he was the number 9 before Haaland came along. He was that guy, bro. He was that guy.
Look at the upgrade. That's a mad upgrade.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. But I mean, looking at it, good goal from Australia. Before we head out and move on to the next game, man, any hope for Australia getting out of the group?
Nah.
What group is that? That's Denmark, Tunisia, isn't it?
Denmark, Tunisia.
We're going to get that. But based on today, Tunisia looked like the second favorite.
Bro.
You know what? We're gonna get into the Tunisia game because listen, I feel like turning this top inside out and painting it like with the Tunisia colours for right now. Do you know what I mean? Because they don't even deserve. This team doesn't even deserve me. This nation don't deserve me to wear.
Yeah, you man flopped today, man.
But look, we might as well get into it, innit? They're this game of the tournament. That award for me, I'm sorry, I'm making an executive decision. That's the deadest game of the tournament so far. They get bums of the day.
Who?
Poland, man.
Oh.
They get bums of the day.
It was mid.
Like,
Jerry, I see a tweet, and I don't want to be reactionary because it's not that I agreed with it, but it did get me thinking. Other than really Champions League and even some Champions League games, when Lewandowski, when the pressure is really
the big stage.
Yeah, bro. Because I read the tweet and I was like, I remember Dortmund, he scored that 4 against Madrid, and when the year Bayern won it, he was quite influential in in building up to the final. But then I thought, as a whole, does he turn up enough in the big games? And when I'm trying to think of occasions, I couldn't think of many. But I don't know. You three might.
Homeboy's got zero. He's got 0 World Cup goals.
No,
and he's played in about 2 or 3.
No. He's played,
Second World Cup.
This is his second World Cup. This is his second World Cup. But listen to this stat though. In the last World Cup, he only had 3 touches in the box in the whole tournament.
You're chatting.
I swear, man. I swear down.
But you see, okay,
He
cool.
only had 3 passes today, innit? Or 3 or 4 passes. I remember at one point.
But that's my point. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, the penalty goes in that direction. When he misses that penalty, you're like, oh, look, you ain't turned up. But listen, we are appalling. Like, appalling. There's no, like, defensively, we kind of know what we're doing. There's a structure. We know what we're trying to do. We're going to contain.
But it's like, as soon as you get the ball, it's just like, wow.
Going forward, I kid you not. If my 5-a-side team knows how to progress from back to front quicker than they do, I kid you not. Like, this was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Poor Jerry, who I expected more of. Zelensky, he had no pace in his running. It's like he was dribbling too fast
But Zelensky was playing off the front and having to go and help out in the midfield whilst also get wide. And Zalewski weren't bombing forward like that. Like, that was an impossible role. That was actually an impossible role. When you look at it, he actually had our best pass completion in the team, which ain't even that great. 6%. Our other midfielders had like 60 and like 40% possession, like completion. Like moving that target man up front. But this is what I'm trying to say is that it's so bad, and I think the pressure on Lewandowski in the team. I think, like, for people that don't know, he basically controls the team, innit? Like, he does.
Is that Messi?
No. But you see how people talk about Mbappe and Mbappe FC for PSG. That's Poland. That's Poland. It's Lewandowski FC. He decides who comes. He decides what system we play really, but he buys into the system. But he decides who comes. He decides who's part of the team.
He basically tells the managers to hold his pocket, innit? He basically tells the managers to hold.
But this is why
no, he's the number 1 and the manager's the number 2.
The thing is,
Jerry, then
every set piece goes to him. Every set piece is targeted at him. Every set piece, every pass is trying to find him. Every long ball goes into him. It's like, bruv, like
Jerry. What I hear that. For me, it kind of makes sense because he is literally like, without him in your team, you're probably not qualified for these tournaments anyway. But even in the game, I wasn't even seeing you trying to get the ball to him like enough, because they even showed a graphic either at halftime or full time where he's in space so much you're not picking him out. You're playing it back, playing it sideways.
Exactly, because that's when you need the cuteness. But instead, we've got Krychowiak, a washed Krychowiak in midfield. Washed Krychowiak. That number 10 needs to get stripped off his back ASAP. I don't want.
When I saw number 10,
like, I don't understand why we didn't start Bielik. I don't understand why we didn't start Bielik from the ex-Arsenal midfielder who played and then he's at Birmingham City now on loan. But I don't know why we didn't start him in midfield and take Krychowiak out, because I'm telling you, he's gonna find them man a bit better. Do you know what I mean? Because right now it's like the midfielders are getting the ball. Zelinski's up front with Lewandowski, so he's not picking up the ball from deep. It's going into Krychowiak and he's just getting the ball and just slide tackling, man, when he's got possession of the ball. I don't get it.
Like, he was moving a bit. Do you think you got a chance of getting out of the group then, or not?
No, we don't at all. Like, we have no chance of getting out of the group. If you look at that group, in our groups, Argentina and Saudi Arabia.
Boy, the way Saudi Arabia moving, we had
to capitalize. We had to capitalize today. Because if we did, it puts us in good stead. It means you've got to win one more game, and essentially you get through. Like, do you know what I mean? You win one more game, and that Saudi Arabia game, you could probably stifle them somehow, and you know you're going to get packed with Argentina. Argentina are going to come back, in my opinion.
They
have to. I don't know, man. Like,
because you don't need to remember, Spain in 2010, they lost their first game and went on to win it. Argentina will bounce back, but we'll get onto that game. But that was just, that was mad.
Yeah, that's what it is. Let's go. Big up to Oscar as well. Oscar saying we don't have players good enough. End of story. The reason why we have so many players in Serie A is because Zbigniew Boniek knows people and he's a legend of Italian football. That's what it is, man. Like,
I didn't know that, boy.
Polish legend, do you know what I mean? Proper, legend of Italian football, played Juventus player. He goes and we get so many players in the door because he's got all the links with all these players. Do you know what I mean? But even he can't, you can't do it when you look at it. It's like, they're the players, but they're not even the best players. Like, it's a good you can get into the Serie A, but you might be playing for Hellas Verona, like Kiev or whatever, but you're like third choice midfielder, and that's our starting midfielder. Do you know what I mean? Like Zalewski's only had like 3 appearances for Roma at left back. Yeah, he's young. Do you know what I mean? But like, come on, like.
Do you know who I think? Do you know who I think did all right?
Still.
Do you know who I think did all right? And it's easy to say as a collective, Poland didn't do well, but considering this is his first tournament for them, I think Matty Cash was decent. He wasn't amazing, but I think he was decent. He made a few good recoveries. His reading of the play was quite well. I think Matty Cash, because this was his first game for Poland in an international tournament, isn't it?
Of course.
It would have been,
yeah. But it's like,
I think he did all right.
But even with Matty Cash, that's the problem, is that Matty Cash is known at Aston Villa for being a forward-thinking fullback. He didn't really get forward. He didn't do that. So when you're looking at it, it's like I was looking like, why are you not even by the halfway line? Instead, he's next to the 5 at the back, and the 5 are playing like a flat 5 at times, and they're just getting the ball between each other and just hoofing the ball into Lewandowski, and that's all it was.
Bro,
what players around him? It's not like we have players around him. Like Wales did it yesterday, where they got the ball into Keepin, he held it up.
They had
got players around him. We didn't do that. So ultimately, the ball was getting into him, holding it up. We'd go out for a throw in. We'd then take the throw in. We'd lose the ball, and then that was it. That was it, man. So yeah,
it was disappointing. I can't lie, man. Because like me and you was talking off air, man, and we was saying about Mexico weren't they weren't popping. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not like they were playing something back. They were kind of dead, really and truly, just bare intensity. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And it's like Poland weren't. It's like what me, you, and Romz were saying in the group about Tunisia. Do you get what I mean? Like we were saying, Tunisia played cute football, but they got no bagsmen, so they're not going to score like that. But they can play the good football. Poland have a bagsman.
They're like the Brighton of international football. Yeah, they're like the Brighton of international football. That's literally what Tunisia are. All 9.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
2 years for the box. Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's mad.
But Poland have it though. Poland can kick ball, and you've got Lewandowski. So it's like there just needs to be a lot more better passages of play. Your attacking transitions, like they just got to be that kind of play. Just needs to be improved upon. If Lewandowski is this, he has to be Lewandowski FC and stuff like that. Then he's got to realize, you're big man. You're not that guy. Like you're not that guy in terms of in this international scene. You need to understand that it's got to play in a different kind of way because it will benefit him anyway. Do you know what I mean? It will just benefit him, and he's a banging scorer. Like he can finish anywhere around the box.
But that's what it is. I think before we move on to Mexico, I think that's what it is. I think he's trying to go and change his game because he knows we ain't got the players to go and find him. So you saw when Milik came on, when Zielinski was around him, they're popping the ball about, and you can see, all right, cool. You saw a little 1-2, like literally 2 passes of a combination, and that was about it. But apart from that, like there's nothing there. He's getting the ball and he's playing like Troy Deeney, bro. Like he's actually just trying to play like Troy Deeney. He's like, there's no one around him though, so he wins the first flick on, get the ball and just play it out. Edson Alvarez, bare time on the ball to pick out the ball, find his man, finding Hervin Lozano. Hervin Lozano it's like he's got no pace anymore, brother, and he's young. Like, I don't know what's happening.
He's like 25 or so, I swear.
Brother, he's like 25. That's what I'm saying. Like
he's another one who just like, right, like what happened to you?
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, just like last comment, it's like Poland, they've got players that play, like we've got Zielinski who's playing for Napoli, who are arguably the best club side in European football at the moment, like on form 100%. You've got Lewandowski, who's arguably like the striker that's on form as well. They've got players that can play about. You've got Milik, who's actually coming good again after like his injuries and stuff, playing for Juventus. So you got players that can actually play. Like you got players that can play. You can see it. Like they don't look like the Qatari players, yet they were playing worse than Qatar. Yet they played worse than Qatar though. That's what I'm saying. They don't look like that Pedro brother for Qatar. That Pedro brother looked raw. Like raw.
The Portuguese done it. Yeah.
The Portuguese done. That was crying for the Qatari like national anthem, which made me crazy.
I don't know why. I was just busting up.
Every World Cup, every game, there's that 5-minute period where you're just busting up. That is something, bro.
And it's always something dumb as well.
But, I mean, Mexico. Though, we got to give Ochoa props, man. I know the captions are filtering through the net. Chat us about
heritage, bro. Heritage. Yeah. Most of the World Cups I've watched in my lifetime, this Don's been in goal for Mexico, and every tournament I was even thinking. I went back and watched a few things. He always does one clutch thing, even if it's like a penalty shootout or just a mad save. So he's always got something in his locker. But Yeah, man, great save. I actually had a feeling he was going to miss as well. The run up was a bit weird. And when the ref made him go back and replace the ball or something as well. So he went back to take his run up, then had to go back and move the ball. I was like, yeah, this don't really look right. But yeah, big props to Ochoa. Well, he's like 37 now, I swear.
Yeah, he's old.
He's old, bro. He's old.
Decent for his age, though. He's looking decent for his age, like, yeah, man. But
looking like Carlito, bro.
the curls are still.
I said Carlito.
No, but it's true, man. I mean, look, good penalty save. I mean, like Mexico would have been kicking themselves, and to be fair, both teams kind of flopped because considering the result in the Argentina game, like you would have thought one of them's like, you know what, if we get this 3 points, especially Poland. Like, Poland got Saudi Arabia next, and it's like if they got the 6 points, like
then you're kind of calm in the last match.
Even if you come second, you might get popped by Argentina. It's cool though. You can rest your players. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's cool. Instead, now it's like we got the draw, but you got to win your next two now, and you know Argentina are going to be on it.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, this is going to be the death of Poland. This the last game of the group. Argentina are coming for our necks, bro. They're coming for our necks.
Let's hope you can just stifle them in a way, innit? Like I think this World Cup, I said it before it even started, man. There's going to be bare surprises. Like, it's not going to be, I think, as foregone conclusion as we just think it is. Like, no one in the entire world thought that Saudi Arabia were going to be no one. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Saudi Arabia through and through. You was not thinking that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, that wasn't happening. Do you get what I mean? So I think what we've seen so far from some of these teams, and we're obviously, Tunisia, what we saw from Senegal yesterday, what we're seeing is teams, even a bit of Iran against England, teams are utilizing their abilities to the best that they possibly can, and it's just working for some teams. Obviously, not every team it's going to work out, but some teams it's just working, bro. So I just think we're going to see some surprises, man. And Poland have a good team. I don't care about today you drew 0-0, fair enough, and the play wasn't that good, but you have good players. You have better players than Tunisia, I'll tell you that much. And
Jerry said that at the start of the tournament, because I fell into that trap of thinking Poland had a good team. No, they've got many good individuals, but as a collective, Jerry alluded to you, when Jerry said that, I thought, nah, man, you don't still have a good team. But when I actually started to break it down, it was like, no, it's actually just individuals. But I still think Poland have enough to get out of that group. But like Jerry said, the next game is crucial because Saudi Arabia is going to have their confidence is through the roof. Bro, their president or their whatever of their country can give them a national holiday, bro. Them man are gas right now. Them man are gas.
Super.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy. But I mean,
Jerry, still, Lewandowski, regardless of what you want to say, I still think he's just got the quality to flip a game on his head. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised. Go on.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what they rely on, innit? They're relying on, you know what, we're going to find him the ball somewhere and he's going to bend it top bins, or there's going to be a free kick and he's going to wrap it into the top corner. Like, that's what they're expecting, innit? That's what they're expecting. But it's too much. You can see in the build-up, it should be like a 1-2 flip around the corner. Find your fullback. He doesn't need to. Pop it off. Like, you see how Giroud played for France today. He gets the ball set. He allows them man to deal with the ball and he gets inside the box. Poland's midfield is so poor though that he starts coming so deep. He's the one that's like, one of our chances that we had was when he came bare deep and done like a cane pass where he's thread it through.
Oh yeah.
One of our midfielders, because we were playing a kind of diamond, that kind of got onto it, and obviously that Gallardo, that the Mexican fullback, kind of got back in time. But that was kind of the only threatening bit of play that I saw when I was like, oh, okay. But that's the only way you can play. But that's the only way we can play because we ain't got the players to do that. So, yeah, it's going to be a problem, man. But before we head out and chat about the other teams, Vega, G, chat to me. What do you think of his performance? Plays in the Mexican League. Most expensive player, I believe. Most expensive Mexican player.
He was okay. For him specifically, I would just say he was better than most. But if I'm looking at Mexico as a whole, it's like I said earlier on, they just had intensity, bro. I personally, I'm maybe Ish or Romz or yourself, maybe you saw it differently, but I didn't see anything from Mexico that made me think, oh yeah, like him, okay, he himself, okay, he was just that little bit better. He was able to link up pretty decently, but I just felt like Mexico as a whole, for me, it was just more intensity than Poland. There wasn't really too much great passages of play. At the end of the day, the goalkeeper got man of the match, so that and the score was 0-0. So that kind of tells you, like, clearly he was one of the better players. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, if it was like, you know, 1-1 or 2-2, or you're like, oh, right now the goalkeeper kept them in it there, blah blah blah, I can understand the man of the match. It was 0-0. And then the goalkeeper got man of the match. That then tells me that what was going on the pitch wasn't really much going on. The onus was more on Mexico, so I felt like they were putting it on you guys a lot more. For I don't know why, they just seem to be a lot more hyped. But yeah, as a whole,
as well, when you look at Poland's setup, they allowed them to have the ball. Though.
Yes.
In our, we're not going to allow you to have the ball in our half that easily. But in your half, do whatever you want in it. We're not going to press you. We're not going to press you. And you just gave them confidence as well. And if you haven't got that clinical, that clinicalness, that like going forward where you can, like, you're not on the counter, we're going to be lethal. And then you ain't going to do anything, innit? You're not going to do anything. So I was going to run through some of the comments as well. Big up everyone that's tuning in. Make sure you're smashing the like as well. There's 13 of us, so please make sure we're smashing the like. Big up to everyone tuning in. Co-op saying Poland miss Błaszczykowski and Piszczekera. 100%. He's probably in recent memory, like, he's probably been our best player, Błaszczykowski as well. Dortmund, great Dortmund player. So definitely. Gio saying if none of Brazil or Argentina win the World Cup and Man City don't win the Champions League, Mbappe wins Golden Ball. Potentially.
That's bare variable.
Yeah, that's
bare variable. Oscar saying we don't have players. This is in Poland. Poland don't have good enough players. End of story. The reason we have so many players in Serie A is because of I was being funny. We read that already. Gio saying CDM with the number 10. Ra. Yeah, that's Krahovia.
It's like seeing Milner at number 7. You're like, damn, why?
Gio saying Gillick look nice. That's what it is, man. That's what it is.
Sorry to interject here. There's only been one official man of the match that's been given out today.
No,
it's all good with that.
No. There's been a few. For Tunisia, it was check the poll because it's out in the poll. So guys, make sure the poll's there. So please make sure let us know who your player of the match, player of the day was, please. So
I was on the Insta and Twitter, the official FIFA World Cup, and I can only see the Mexican brother. I can't see because obviously it would have been Saudi's keeper.
Yeah,
it would have been from
Saudi's keeper. It was Laiduri, the midfielder, number 14 for Tunisia.
Okay.
In the thumbnail. Ochoa and Mbappe. So those are the things as well. Gio saying Poland need a new coach. Facts. Angel 1968 talking about Argentina had 4 players of 30 and it showed. Yeah, it did. Gio saying, Jesus saying, I reckon Szczesny starts at left wing back to balance the squad. Oh, you're boying it, man. Absolutely boying it. And Grabara, we're playing Liverpool's Kamil Grabara in goal instead, yeah?
Listen.
But look, enough of talking about this dead team, and I don't even know why I'm even wearing the kit. They don't deserve it. I feel like turning this inside out and repping my new team. I'm Tunisian. I just need to. If I cut my hair today and I was bald, man will think I'm Tunisian. You know.
Come on, G. Come on. Listen, you got a beard as well.
You know, let's chat to them. Let's chat.
You see Ish's tweet. BC supporting Bald Lives Matter with people didn't come.
Yeah,
they had Company, Drogba, Shearer, all in flipping colour order.
Oh, that could be you, Jerry. Shave that head to Lizzie. You could join them.
Listen. If right now, because the beard's out here as well, I'd be looking like one of them midfielders, bro. If I went down Lee High Road, yeah, with all the Algerians and Tunisians. Listen, I'll be getting a hell of prop. Right?
You'll need your Barley, bro. You've been playing number 9 on Saturdays as well, innit?
That's what I'm saying, bro. We kind of got the same kind of.
You know what? Don't even bick it, you know. I feel like bicking it, just going bald and starting again like Kanata did. I actually feel like
exactly, bro. Now look at
you got to trust your hairline for doing that. You got to trust your hairline.
Yeah, you got to trust your hairline. Yeah, 100%.
No, during lockdown, I did that still. I did it. I was like, no, I've had enough. I picked it. So I trust it. I trust it enough. But it weren't the same again, though.
That's what I'm saying. One day you trust it, doesn't come back. They don't trust you, bro. Then what?
It weren't the same again. Like it took a while. For it to come back. But look, man. They balled out for me, man. Listen, I think they played the best football in the competition so far. Denmark, they struggled, man. They struggled to get near them. Delaney came off in the first 10 minutes looking like he got shot. He couldn't handle the one touches. Like he was nowhere to be. Eriksen, apart from a couple of balls here and there and a shot, underwhelming as well. Couldn't really impose himself on the game. Højbjerg was trying, but it's like he's the only one in the field as well.
That flip-flap was dirty.
Hey,
the flip-flap was mad because it was just so unorthodox, bro. I was like, yeah, like you.
I like
He
it.
slightly beat his man as well.
No, but like no one here is sitting there thinking, yeah, see Højbjerg and that he does these flip. No one's sitting there thinking. So when I saw it, I was like,
I like him.
Do you know what I like about him? Is that you see when we compare him to like a Fabinho, and before anyone says who's better in their prime, I'm not even going to get into that topic, right? But he finds the forward man so often. Like so he gets the ball and he's from deep and he just goes boom and finds Højbjerg straight away. And it's like, bruv, you're cutting these like you're cutting like two
always
banks.
trying to penetrate.
Yeah, cutting two banks. Like, yeah, but look, Romz, like, chat to us about Denmark before I move.
I thought, bro, Denmark were only is kind of reminiscent to the Senegal and Netherlands game. Denmark were only gonna win that game of individual brilliance, and obviously their main men, the Højbjergs, the Eriksens, I think Damsgaard had their tempo rose a bit when Damsgaard came on, but it still wasn't good enough. Delaney couldn't hack it. My man, I don't think he's injured. He just said, "Fun this, bro." Like the way they were swarming him, he just couldn't hack it. But I just think Denmark were underwhelming, bro. Anderson and what Jabali were doing to Anderson and how do you pronounce his name? Kea. I don't know how to
Yeah.
Remember that viral video that you're not even comfortable in your own ends. I'm around. But you know why that video didn't make sense though? Because bro, Qatar's more Tunisia's ends than it is Denmark's. So it didn't even make sense.
Yeah, for real.
When I deeped it, that voice didn't even make sense. But no, Denmark were underwhelming, and this could be that game that probably it could stifle them because I can't see them beating France. If we're going off today, I can't see them beating France. Australia, they should win. But again, football's not played on paper. They should. I can only see Australia getting max 3 points, and 3 points is rarely enough to go through to the last 16. So this might have been a big chance not taken from Denmark, because what I saw today, very underwhelming, man.
It's a bit of a middle. It's a bit of a middle between the other three teams, to be honest. Like Tunisia were good, but it was all until they got to the final third. Australia defended all right, but still, Denmark, they looked tired from the jump. I don't know what was going on.
Literally what Gio said. Yeah, my eyes weren't working today. I was like, "Where's the Danish Bob Marley?" Bob Marley, see Poulsen, that's my guy. Jerry was he's on the bench, bro. And I didn't even crook because I was going through the bench. I was seeing Braithwaite, I was seeing Bear other man, but I did because Poulsen normally, when I say rise for them, I'm not saying he always scores, but he's always a nuisance. He always imposes himself in the game.
Yeah,
and the other guy,
he's that type of striker. Yeah, he's that type of striker.
Yeah, the other guy, Olsen, has played well for Club Brugge in Champions League. I've seen him in a few games, but he was a shadow of himself today. Because when it was him and Dolberg starting, if we're being honest, Dolberg has failed Wonder Kid, and Olsen, they're trying to go more youthful now. If you clocked a lot of the nations, bar Argentina, which we'll get onto, a lot of the nations are trying to go more youthful. But that front two, I thought, you know what? Olsen's been in good form for Club Brugge. Maybe he bags today, but he was a shadow of himself. I think games like that, especially your opening game, you start with your experience. I think Postman or probably Braithwaite should have started that game. But yeah, I think Milo was trying things,
Milo left back, good player, man.
He's the only one that was kind of sticking out. But other than that, Denmark were underwhelming. They were underwhelmed. I expect more of them. And now they might have shot themselves in the foot with this result. Because if you look on paper, this might be the result that they should have won.
Yeah, 100%, man. Quick one just from Oscar. Oscar saying, Jerry, rubbish calling show sometimes. I was like, yes, we do. So listen, we will be doing calling shows. Just stay tuned for that. But we will be doing some during the World Cup as well. Man, it's I've got a feeling that Jabali's going to score though, man. I think because the runs he made, and he obviously had the goal disallowed, and he had that chip, which was a ridiculous save from Kasper Schmeichel.
Oh, that save was crazy.
That save was crazy.
Probably the save of the thing, I think.
But
Probably.
even the finish, he's gone and got the ball, and it's like he hasn't just rasped it. You just said, I'm going to dink it here. And 9 times out of 10, he's done the keeper there, you know. That's just a ridiculous finish. That's a clutch finish. That's actually kept them in the game. Ish, chat to us about Tunisia, man, because I know you're a football purist.
Listen, I liked what I was seeing. But word to what Romz was saying earlier, like I think you compare them to Brighton. It was all pretty, all nice on the eye, but it can come back to bite them because I feel like Denmark were there for the taking today. To be honest, this is not the Denmark. Everyone was saying dark horses. I didn't really think there'll be a dark horse going into this, but I thought they'd at least be the ones after France in their group where you're like, yeah, they're definitely going through. So I feel like Tunisia, I feel like they'll look back on this and feel like they kind of let one slip there a little bit, but they were good, man. They were good. I like what I listen. I'm on a little scouting mission at the moment, so that I see a couple players.
You know, like that.
A couple. So far, the two teams I've kind of enjoyed the most has been them and USA, and they've been the ones who've been bringing the high energy. So I'm like, listen, if Pep Linders is not watching these man press the fucking life out of everyone, then that's what it is. But yeah, man, there's a couple players in their team. I'm like, you could be an interesting little piece for us, man. You could be an interesting little piece for us.
Chat to us about Laidori, man of the match today in a Tunisia game.
I think
a crunching tackle and just screaming. Like,
when I saw
the Tunisia fans were rocking it today. Like I want to say the fans today from
them in Mexico,
Arabia, Tunisia, bossing it today.
Like,
just Mexico as well. To be fair,
just before G lands. How I knew he would have a game of his life. 2 minutes in, he made a crunching tackle and started beating his chest, bro, like he's King Kong. I said, yeah, this guy's going to have a mad game.
Even Ericsson looked at him like after that tackle and was kind of like, I see you, my guy. I see you. Yeah, I see you. See him smiling. I was like, okay, yeah. But he was, you know what I liked about Tunisia in that first half, and it goes back to what we were saying about if they had a bagsman or just someone who's a bit more, who could just finish really and truly. That level of intensity, they can't keep that up all game. So even you could see when he came off the pitch, he was tired, bro. Like he was dead. Like you could just see it. But he's given everything, and I respect that quite a lot because they gave everything in that kind of game for 70 minutes. And after that, really and truly, Romz said it in the group, then they might start getting comfortable. They were starting to get real comfy in that game after a while. Yeah, and you could just, and to be honest, if it came, you wouldn't have been surprised. You would have been like the Netherlands game against Senegal, where Senegal, you can afford this fight, but the reality is you don't have the quality in the right areas like how Denmark do. So it's like, because you don't have that, you need to take your chances when you get them. You need to be able to score when you're on top, because if you don't, bro, these teams will kill you, man. Like it's just how football goes. Unfortunately, like the best will inevitably win. So I think Tunisia going into their second game, don't know who that's against, but whoever that's against, why he's looking back, whoever that's against anyway. I think for them now you've got obviously
got Australia next. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay. If you got Australia next, bro, same level of intensity, I think you could probably go out there and win that game, to be honest with you. I feel like that's a game.
I think the midfield, like, I know Moy and as we said it before, Moy and Jackson Irvine were trying in it. Like, was trying to get on the ball, but I think they'll just get overwhelmed. And I think Tunisia had a lot of ballers, and they looked like fakirs. They all looked like fakirs in the mid. Some of them came on, and I was like, they're all techie. I don't know who it was, but he came on the left wing. And he started terrorizing down that left-hand side, man. He was fighting inside. Like, they couldn't stop him.
I know you're on about.
What's his name?
I forgot his name, but I know exactly you're on about.
And I was just like, you know what? These brothers can ball. And what's happened, though, and you're seeing, and this is why when Jamie earlier was talking about, you know what, we don't want to see these teams play because, I mean, they're not good enough and stuff like that. That sort of thing. I hit back because I'm like, look, a lot of these players, they've grown up in France. A lot of these are French players for their academy. So look, what's it called? What's his name? Issa Laidori. look, used to play for Angers. Do you know what I mean? That's where he broke through.
Man.
Now he plays for Ferencváros in the Hungarian league. But as you can see, he's come through the French system, so you can see there was even a bit when he's running through. He's got the technical ability, shifts it onto his left, shifts it onto his right, does a little step over, and it's like, oh, you know what? These guys can ball, and you even saw Hannibal coming on. Where do you know what I mean? He grown up in France as well.
He clapped a guy. He clapped one guy when he came on. I like him, man.
It's the North African, big up Winos, the North African borders, the Algerians, the Moroccans, the Tunisians. You could even, actually, how dare I was going to put Egypt in. I call them like the pita bread countries, isn't it? The falafel countries. You know what I mean?
Countries.
Yeah. When he said that, you killed me, Jay. But them man are techie. Like, even if you go to your local goals, you look on page 1, 2, 3, and 5, you will see one North African border. You ask him where he's from, it'll either be Morocco, Algeria, or Tunisia. And he's just techie. He's not making people, you know what I mean?
Yes. For me, do you know what it is? It's, especially in the tournament football, I know it's like 70 minutes. G obviously said they played well. And they did, and obviously tried to critique and say they waned 20 minutes in. But in tournament football, you're going to have a period like that where you're under pressure. If you look at the first 10, 15 minutes, France were nowhere to be seen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
like
it was looking spooky for them.
It was looking scary hours. It was scary hours. So it's one of those ones where if they could do that for 70 minutes and keep the ball like that, that's going to really put them in good stead because they controlled the game for a lot of it. I mean, yeah, they had a couple last minute challenges and stuff, but if they could do that for the next couple of games, like they're through into the next round, and then God knows where you can go from there. Do you know what I mean? Because all it is like 3 more games and you're in the final. Do you know what I mean? So look, they're crazy. I think I want to give props to the left back as well for Tunisia, Abdi. I think it was solid as well. Solid today, like absolutely solid. Yeah, they've been decent. But
it's going to be interesting how everyone moves into this second game now, because obviously first game you can catch people off guard, like obviously Saudi Arabia did with Argentina and that, like Tunisia as well. Now everyone knows, okay, this is what they can do. All right, cool. Let's see next second game now. I think that's where we're really going to see. I think that's where you can start maybe getting more of your predictions, a better kind of overall look at your predictions. Hummus FC, rotted.
Beware, jokers.
G started it, man. Not G, sorry, Romz. Romz started it.
Don't attach me to that, boy. I didn't say anything.
Romz moving like Jamie, you know, like that.
Yeah, them crazy statements there, man.
Basically, what I'm saying is they're very technical. Like them borders, they produce. You know what I mean? They're hard.
No, they're good, man. And yeah, man, let's get into the next game. G, you might as well set us off, you know, because you were our predictions. Let me see if I got the predictions. Our predictions, yeah.
What? Hold on, let's see this. What are you on about?
G, when we start
that,
Argentina numero uno, yeah, and winners in goal. Brazil ain't played yet, so me and Romz at the moment are in the clear. But look, you had Argentina as ultimate winners, and yes, as Romz has said, Spain lost their first game and then ultimately won the World Cup. So look, let's not be reactionary, but chat to us, man.
That was shit. That was very Argentina, like that was very, very shit. Romz said it earlier. I think Romz or Ish said about their players and age. Bro, like you've got mad amount of players over the age of 30.
Can I quickly stop you? Who are Argentina reminiscent of? It's not hard, you lot. There's one club that they're reminiscent of. Who are they reminiscent of, bro? Who are Argentina exactly that? Have all the quality, but the players can't really run anymore. There's one.
Well, I mean, it's football, but like.
We ain't got Messi like that.
Liverpool, bro.
We
quality like them, man. You know, you even got the quality.
Yeah, they really got the quality.
When you don't run like that, at least them man have quality. You're looking, you're like, right, you know what? There's one of them's just gonna put the ball in the top corner in a minute.
Yeah.
With us, come on, man. You got Milner and Henderson on the ball. You know a hoof ball's about to come. You know a first time cross to the back post is pending.
Like you're watching the game and like the way that Saudi were playing the high line, that's great. So Argentina, surely you have clever enough like IQ, or maybe some of you do at the bare minimum. Like you can see that this high line is obviously working against us now. So maybe there's got to be a different way that we need to keep playing. We can't just keep trying to smash this ball forward and pray that our players are onside, because it's just not really working in that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And the way that, if you've watched football long enough, you will know, especially with teams like that who are very resolute in how they will defend, if they're playing with that kind of high line, you need to be able to play a different way. It's got to be quick passes in and around the box, because you can pass them and then you can get through, because they're not going to be good enough to stop you when you've got Messi, Di Maria, Lautaro Martinez, and Co in behind. But they weren't doing that. It was just hoofball after a while, or get the ball to Messi and pray that he does something. And I was just like, Rodrigo de Paul, you were shit. You were actually shit. Like, you were actually shit. I didn't even understand that. Like, as in, I don't even understand the hype now with that guy, because I've not seen him that much. And from what I saw today, I was like, yeah, you're dead. You're actually
heavily linked with him, G.
Bro, I know, and this is what I'm saying. I saw a couple Liverpool content creators, I ain't gonna name them, who were talking about Rodrigo de Paul, and I was like, all right, cool, let's see what he can do. But this guy was shit. This guy was shit. The guy from Atalanta, the short goal, he used to play for Atalanta. Yeah, he was, why are you here?
You know what it is, G? First 10 minutes he was all right. Then he just nestled out in
but it was. You got to realize, first 10 minutes of these games, you're going to be you as the best, you as the favorite, should I say?
Yeah, you're gonna be popping ball.
Yeah, you're gonna have the ball. You're like, it's just gonna be one of those things. Once a team settles into a game, man needs to see something. Messi, bro, like you're my favorite player of all time, but yo, you ghost. Just like Salah, you know, you're both the same. Like, you both just
the walking thing looks mad when it's not when I don't see a man just actually walking the way I walk down the aisle. Crazy.
You know what Jerry just said about the Milner and Henderson just hoofing it, bro? I saw Messi do that a couple times in this game, you know. Just putting it in there.
His hoof has got some tech on it. You know, he's coming on that left-hand side and he's just going, whoop, he's just going to flick it over the top.
Yeah, you know, something crazy.
Like the passes he played into Lautaro Martinez, yes, he was offside, but you knew.
But they were, he
was cooking. I mean, he was. And look,
when we get onto him, I want to cook. When we get onto Lautaro Martinez,
is McAllister's there? I see in the comments. Oh, yeah, he's in
the squad.
Bro, Rodrigo de Paul, bro, sit on the bench, my guy, because you're dead food, man. Let me see McAllister or something.
Gio makes a very good point. Their deep line playmaker, Lo Celso, obviously got injured. But Lo Celso is key for Argentina. He actually starts.
He always balls out for them.
Okay.
Look, Lo Celso's a good player, and he's obviously he epitomizes that kind of Argentinian kind of like no nonsense, running around, being strong and stuff. And he's got a bit of tech. I know it didn't work out at Spurs, but I thought he was a decent player. But I mean, look, Saudi Arabia, man. I don't know where to start. Might as well start with with who got given man of the match. Mohamed Al-Awais, the keeper. Never heard of the brother. He was solid, bruv. He was solid to the point, bruv. He done a flying knee to his fullback, bruv.
Man done the Triple H.
You know, it was like
literally. But as soon as I saw it tweeted, I said, that's a high knee.
He was dead. It's when the keeper was like, "Hey, come."
Yeah.
He dropped to his knees. I was like, "Hey, have you?"
Man was on his knees as soon as
for ages.
I was like, "Yo, that doesn't look good at." Oh, bro! But then I see my man put his thumbs up in it. I was like, yeah, okay. His head still wasn't moving though.
Yeah, because Al-Sharani, it was Al-Sharani who played at left back, and I mean, look, he had a solid game as well. You know, he had a solid game. Like,
Jerry, how do you remember these names, bro? Like, I try so hard and I just forget. I have to start differentiating them by just what they look like. Bro.
Yeah, bro, shut up.
Like my man with the hairs or my man with the hairband.
No, do you know what it is? When I'm watching the games, I'm writing, making notes, innit? I'm making notes. So I'm just making notes, making sure I remember. So when we chat about them as well. So look, yeah, it was crazy. But you're looking at it and it's like Saudi Arabia. What I didn't like was the PR spin. A lot of people were saying, look, it's risky. They're playing like this. But you know, when Liverpool go and play that way, no one really says that. Everyone's like, oh, look how well they played a high line. It's incredible. And I think you've got to give props to them because they didn't really give Argentina any respect. They said, you know what? We know the offside is going to be more or less accurate. If we drill ourselves enough, like we can play this offside trap and make it a problematic in midfield. And their five in midfield kind of just overran that midfield because we're talking like Rodrigo de Paul weren't great. Who else played in midfield today?
Paredes and who's the other dog? Gomez as well.
Did Papu Gomez play? Yeah, because they played 4-4-2. Jesus, they played 4-4-2 because obviously Messi was floating. But it was you got Paredes, de Paul, Di Maria as well. We had a shocking game.
Sorry, Di Maria, yeah. He's been one of my favorite players of the last 10 years, but he's done. And no, not even just really ability-wise, the injuries have done it. Because remember, he was rushing back from an injury to get back for this tournament.
But he was always clutch for Argentina, though. He was always clutch, even when they won the Copa America.
Yeah, you're right. He obviously won it for them, and that was only a year ago. But bro, you know when sometimes a player just has that game where you're like Gomez against Napoli. For me, anyway, Jerry said he was done before that, but Gomez against Napoli, that's when I said, yeah, that's the game where you're just nailing the coffin. For me, this was Di Maria's game. I was seeing him. Let's be honest, in Argentina's team, he was getting the ball the most, in my opinion, in advanced positions. Always getting in dribbling, and he just didn't do nothing with it. I was like, if that's you even a year or two ago, you're doing something with that. I think I could be wrong. He could literally next game just ball out. But me personally, I think Di Maria's done. Even a few times for Juve, like I've watched odd game. He's just not looked himself, bro. But that's what happens with age. But I think he's finished.
I think what I don't know. I want to chat about this moment as well. It's probably the cheekiest moment I've seen in the whole game. Is the little nutmeg from on Romero, and then caught him lacking like high up the pitch.
Romero,
bro, this guy's looking. We need to talk about Romero. You know?
You Spurs fans need to come and collect your boy and bring him back to England, bro, because that guy is just dead.
What's worse,
you know when Otamendi's looking better,
man hasn't played for like 4 games.
Dead as well.
But he looked better than him.
And apparently he was fit as well, but just didn't want to play any games because of the World Cup. And then you bring out a performance like that.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest, yeah. I know you have to go with same way England will go with Maguire. You have to go with what your nation's used to and experience.
Yeah, of course.
But come on, Lisandro Martinez needs to be starting in that back
too.
Man. He's better than the both. I know, obviously, they won them the Copa America, and they I think, they won a 36 unbeaten run or something. But bro,
3 years, bro. 3 years.
That's crazy. He's in form though. Play Martinez, because Romero and Otamendi, bro, they look like both accidents waiting to happen, bro. They just did not look comfortable at all. And then when you compare it to the Saudi Arabia centre back, I think he was a Med. This is one name I remember, Tambakti or something. Do you know what about Jerry? He had Bakti at the end of his name. Tambakti.
Let me have it one second.
He made 2 last-ditch tackles, and I was like,
I don't want the last-ditch
tackles. Did he play centre back?
Yeah, Tambakti.
Tambakti.
After the keeper, he was my man in the match. Obviously, I know my man that scored the brazy goal, but he made so much interceptions and last-ditch tackles. If it weren't for him, Argentina probably draw that game. But I think he was immense. And compare his performance to Ramirez and Otamendi. That's what I'm saying. When Lisandro Martinez came on, yes, Saudi, I'm not going to say they took their foot off the gas, but Argentina started to up the ante. But Martinez he restored a bit more calm when he came on, and you could see the quality prevailed a bit more. He was trying to split lines, but Otamendi and Romero, if they carry on with that centre-back partnership, I don't think Argentina will go too far. Honestly,
bro, it's giving me like Lovren and Skirtle vibes. Just two kind of hard bozos, but there's not really any tech between them.
Otamendi,
they're just gonna rough man up.
Dead, man. I really don't
always
like
he's dead.
He's been dead for almost 10 years. He was at City nearly 10 years ago. He's dead then. Went to Benfica, still kind of dead. And he's still been playing games for Argentina the whole time. It's crazy, man. It's actually crazy. But one of them needs to bounce.
Not like that. You just earn your fee, crazy countries.
His career is mad.
Had a mad career, which is crazy. Look, I mean, if he wins the World Cup, he wins everything at international level as well. Do you know what I mean? It's just
some man will pick up these weird little records. Look at Giroud. Giroud's got more level now with Thierry Henry.
But international level Giroud is different.
Okay. Regardless of international, regardless of what, if we look to the two players, if someone said to me, "Yo, I can give you prime Giroud or prime Thierry Henry," I'm not picking Giroud. I'm picking Thierry Henry every day of the week.
I love
you know when you think about it, and Giroud is. I think he's good. I think I'm with you. I think Giroud is. I think he's genuinely underrated, and we probably, me included, I dissed him way too much at Arsenal.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It was my fan base. Once he left my club, we started slating him.
Romz, you really want me to go and draw that for that video? I'm saying Arsenal this, Arsenal that. Now
there's a collection, man. Then got this year's one. Got this one. Got the carnival one.
We got everyone, bro. Man's got everyone. Jesus.
But no, so let's be real. Before Arsenal, he won the league with Montpellier.
Yeah.
Since Arsenal, he did well at Chelsea. He's doing well at AC Milan. Like it's the Arsenal fan base that built this perception in people's heads that he was bad. Because remember, Ozil could have got the assist record and he put bare.
No. That second half
that
of the
season, he was
no. You man, go and watch that comp. Was it 15-16 or 14-15? That's crazy. Ozil need that. How many goals did he need? He needed like three, four assists to get.
And some of them are sitters. But yeah, man, Giroud's he's an underrated.
He's like fine wine. He's one of them kind of guys.
Now, do you know what? With me with Giroud.
If he scored that bicycle kick.
When I remember he was a baller, yeah, this is when I was like, you know what? And I've said it on platforms. Remember when I spoke about the type of striker that I struggle against, like when I've struggled against, it's always been the Giroud type of striker. When you can't get around him, like that's why
you feel like Van Dijk, yeah?
Huh?
Like Van Dijk, yeah? Van Dijk picked Giroud as his hardest.
Yeah, he did it. He did deserve it.
Let me wrap the thing at the back, bro. No, but I've said it, and do you know what it is? I remember I think it was first game against Liverpool, and he done some run, and he done Agger dirty. He's gone near post, he's pulled back.
He's gone back.
Yeah. And he went to the near post. I was like, he's making us look crazy right now. And since then, I think they just expected they were going to get like a 40-goal striker. You know what I mean? And I think they've just been poor. But they didn't really work to his strength because his link-up play was ridiculous. His link-up play. That's the kind of striker I like as well, isn't it? Like, you don't have to, because a lot of strikers get away with just being bare quick. Then the pace goes at 30, and it's just like, yeah, you're dead now. This is why he's aging. This is why he's aging like that, because he's smart. He's smart up here as well. The link-up's always been brazy. And I think Mbappe looks better with him than he does with Benzema. With Benzema looks off.
Yeah.
You know what?
I think he actually prefers it. I think Mbappe ain't gonna come out and said, "Oh, we're missing him" or whatever. He just said, "Yeah, Giroud's saying I'm comfy. It means I can just float around and just use him as a wall." Do you know what I mean? Just give it to him. Now that little flick he gave to Mbappe when Mbappe almost scored. Do you see it,
bro? There was better than little flicks.
He's in that ilk of like your John Carews, your Freddie Canute. Big, can hold it up, but
he's a level above that though. He's a level above that.
But you know what I mean? Like the similar prototype and that. Because I was going to chuck Berbatov in that, and I was like, that's a disrespectful to Berber. But you know what I'm getting at? Like, you get the gist. But Giroud, he's been disrespected, bro. Like, he's done well everywhere he's been. And, bro, man will kill to have his career. Bro, you know what Harry Kane would do to have Giroud's career, bro? That's the career Harry Kane should be having, bro. But, bro, Giroud, he's won it all, innit? I think he's won it all.
No, he has.
Have a lot of man.
He's won it all.
He's got Champions League.
He does at Chelsea.
Oh, mad.
He's won it all.
Europa League.
Hold on. And they won the league as well in Italy as well.
Yeah, last season he got.
He just ain't won the Prem.
He's got a league. Wait, did he win the Prem? No, he didn't win the Prem at Chelsea, did he?
No.
So he's got a league. He's got League, Europa League, Champions League.
Did he win the League Cup? Not that he matters too much.
No, he's won Carabao. He's won Carabao and FA Cup at Arsenal. He won FA Cup at Arsenal and Carabao with Chelsea, I believe.
Definitely FA Cup. I know that.
And the World Cup, and he's
won a few. He's up.
And the Euros. Hold on, did France win the Euros or no?
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. They lost it to Portugal in there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
League One as well. League Arms with Montpellier, but he's done his thing. You know, I'm deep in it now.
He has. 100%.
Bro, man's won Champions League, UEFA, Serie A, FIFA World Cup. Oh, runners up.
And now he's about to break France's. Because let's be real, he's going to score again in this World Cup, bro.
Yeah.
Of course.
Bro, he can actually bake that, bro. He can look at his career and be like,
not many strikers can chat to him. Not many.
Bro, he's even got some. I'm looking at the thing here. He's even got some good little individual records. Like he was the Europa League top goal scorer. He was in the Europa League team of the squad of the season. Like he got bronze boot in the Euros. He got top goal scorer in League like player of the year. Like, yo, this brother's got
he's a comfy, nice career, bro.
Listen, and he said put your medals on the table.
Imagine he scored.
Put your medals on the table, my guy.
Imagine he scored that bicycle kick.
Oh yeah.
That bicycle kick.
Thing is though, if you look at his highlight reel is mad.
Man,
His highlight reel goes
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
The
man,
volley.
yeah, man.
Remember when Pogba's that zing that passing to him in that first time volley? That was ridiculous.
Stop it.
Bro, he's
Stop
techie. He's techie. He's techie. He's
Mad
techie.
techie.
Even 2-3 weeks ago, he scored a winner for Milan in that 90th plus minute where someone's crossed it to him. It might have been Kalulu, you know, the
100% Endo.
Yeah.
that guy. And he's volleyed it from a tight angle and he's won the game. I think it was against Spezia in that 90 plus minute. He's been doing his thing, man.
Yeah,
I think you know what it is. I think at the time for Arsenal, just quickly like on Giroud, where they were looking at someone like a Giroud, you know, you got to realize they were coming off of the back of obviously Thierry Henry's obviously left, came back, the old Henry, blah blah blah. Now they've got Giroud. They're looking at this guy and thinking, brother, we need goals. And remember the position that Arsenal were in at the time, where they were a team that were only getting top 4 at the time, and they were trying to get to that next level. They were then trying to think, is Giroud going to be that guy to help us get there? Whereas I just thought maybe I cussed him as well. Don't get to. I'm not even going to lie and say, yeah, I thought he was sick, man. I didn't think he was that good. And I think they should have gotten a better striker to complement him as well. But you're seeing now, Giroud has proved everyone, bro. Like with time, if you can play to my strengths, bro, I'm here and I could bag for you all the time. Like it's not really a thing, to be honest. And yeah, man, I have to give Giroud the props. I can't even lie.
Would you have him at us?
Yes.
Yeah, because I'll dash Firmino like there's no tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Don't got me slammed up.
That appeared, you know. It's just appeared.
That was too quick, bro. That was too. G was too quick with the. I'll dash Firmino. No.
Have some respect.
Okay.
Them veneers.
The door is this way. You can leave. You can leave. The door is that way. You can leave. But otherwise, bring Giroud in, because I feel like, as Jerry said, bro, Giroud is the type of striker that I feel like he will guarantee you goals. I don't feel like Bobby guarantees me goals. I just feel like he can help with some type of like link up, and then I've got.
It's true. They're both techie.
You know what it's about?
Yeah, they're both techie. 100%.
You know what it is as well?
Giroud is probably more techie though. If I need to finish from the edge of the box or something, or a volley on the thing,
Giroud is better. Do you know what's weird with Bobby though?
Technique, yeah.
Is Bobby, like when we talk about techie, I know we're talking about Bobby now, yeah, but is Bobby techie? Because by techie, I'm talking about like, you know, his ability to like ping a ball and like connect with a ball.
Nah, Giroud got that in his locker.
He ain't got the technique, but he's got the little flair. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like in tight spaces, he's cash money in it. Because you know, if you've got 2-3 man around Bobby, you know he can get the ball like through. But if you're actually talking, because sometimes his pass is poor, bro. Sometimes you'll see Bobby like literally a 3-yard pass.
Even down to his shooting technique, that Drew will hit it with conviction. Like Bobby's just, you know what I mean?
Shoot is meaty.
You know what? The thing is, you know what, Drew, I think like maybe not now, but we could have explored it. He's just a whore, bro. Any big European club interested in him, he just goes.
Yeah, he's there.
Before AC Milan, he was close to going Spurs. You know, that would have been Arsenal, Spurs, and Chelsea.
But you got
to do it.
You got to do it because, to be fair, if you had gone Spurs, that'd have been good for them, you know, because they'd have had someone that can actually give.
He would have been
Harry
a perfect number 2 for Harry Kane.
You know, they tried to do it with Llorente, but Llorente wasn't.
He was a whack. He was a whack.
Guy like that.
I swear the only thing he done was get a goal. He got a goal against Ajax, innit? In the Champions League.
Yeah.
I think he got one of the goals in that game. That's the only thing I remember him doing.
And then the City one, innit? The little ghost goal or something.
Yeah.
No, I think it was City actually. Maybe it wasn't Ajax. I think it was a City game.
Yeah, it was City.
I think he got a hat trick. I think he got a hat trick, innit?
Yeah, but yeah, man. Let's just chat before we go and get into our kind of players of the day and all of that. The goal, man. Chat to us. G, because I know you've been tweeting about it. That goal from the number 10. What's the number 10's name?
I started laughing when it went in.
But Al-Dawasi. Yeah. But I remember that one. When I saw the goal going, I was like, yeah, I'm
Al-Dawasi.
You just start looking at man like, hey, what team do you play for? How many teams do you play for?
Bro, man's got no pedigree, bro. Man's got not played in any forget top 5 leagues, not played in any top 10 leagues, bro. But
I swear, was it 8 or 9 of their players plays for the exact same team?
I think it was 9 or something. They all play in figures, bro.
Yeah.
But the thing is, but that's what it is, and that's why I'm saying they were able to play that high line so well.
Yeah.
It just drilled into you by that coach. He just copying what.
Hey,
the
just
man
quickly, that
in the
coach
group.
he's a serious coach. You know, he's won AFCON twice with
Oh
two
yeah,
different teams.
yeah.
Like,
He's a
what's his
serious
name, Ronaldo or something like
Ivory
that.
Coast. I remember when
With,
Ivory
with,
Coast.
the, with
And
the
Cambridge
LV, with the
United
LV
sacked
creps as
him.
well.
I see
Yeah.
something
I
like
saw
Cambridge
that.
United
Cambridge
sacked
United
him.
sacked him,
Leeds,
yeah.
wow, that coach
Yeah,
was
Lille
so
as well.
Man had the white top, 0 creases, LV creps. Like, yeah, I was like, you're
Oh yeah, the
serious.
LB kept clean. They're clean. They're clean.
I
They're
was
clean.
like, you're a serious guy, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
man,
G,
man,
chat to
man,
me
man.
about that goal, man, because you were waxing lyrical about that, man.
Bro, it was a fantastic goal, and it came at a time where you thought to yourself, even when they went to 1-1, I think everyone still assumed that Argentina were just gonna run it back. They were just gonna come out and be like, all right, yo, you've had your fun, you scored your goal, the fans can celebrate, blah blah blah. But Saudi weren't even on that. They were like, nah, B, this is our day kind of thing, and they've just turned it up even more so, and they just look like, again, in that 5 to 10 minute period of the 2 goals that Saudi Arabia scored, that level of intensity, I feel like it was so high. And Argentina looked like they're weak as well. I see them getting bodied and stuff like that. Saudi Arabia just putting it on them, man. And the goal was just more, it complemented that, to be honest with you. Like, I just felt they hit them at the right times. And then they knew with the way that they were defending, it doesn't even matter anymore. We can hold off this lead. We can hold on this lead, should I say, sorry. So, I feel like Saudi Arabia, like, that was definitely one of the performance, if not the performance of the day, in my personal opinion. I know we're going to get into all of that, but good goal, resolute defending, kept the best player in world football quiet for basically the entire game, bar the penalty, and a couple of little bits here and there. Argentina had nothing. They had nada. I can't think of anyone for Argentina who I would say, oh, he played all right, though.
Yeah,
unless anyone can tell me, like, off the rip.
Nah, not even.
No, not at all, man. But
Crazy.
we might as well get into it. Let me just go and check. 2 seconds. Let's go and check what the polls are saying.
What is the poll saying?
The polls. So, guys, you guys have said the player of the day. You've given it to Mbappe today. I disagree.
Yeah.
About 44%.
I disagree as well.
Mbappe. That's like 50 of you as well have voted. 40 of you, sorry. So crazy. But look, we're gonna go
Who would you
around.
go with?
G, chat to me. Your player of the day and why?
I mean, I gave it to Mbappe. I was one of the guys who voted for Mbappe.
Okay. Yeah, then Mbappe, man. Then chat to us, innit? Why Mbappe?
I know everyone was cussing. Nah. For me, it was the expectation. Obviously, he's coming into this game. All eyes are on him, just like Lionel Messi. That comes with its own pressure, but cool, we can get over that. And I feel like he was the match winner today for France. He's the reason why France won that game. He was everywhere, instrumental in the goals, instrumental in his play as well, and ended up getting his own goal as well. And I was like, yeah, that's all your performance needed, was just a goal to just cap it off. But if we're saying that you man are saying that he might be playing this new Neymar kind of role, yo, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I think I don't need Mbappe scoring goals. I don't look at him like a goal scorer like that, like a Haaland. Like, I look at this guy as he can do more. So if you can do more, let's see it, man. Let's maybe become that kind of Messi-esque type of player where you can pop it off to other guys and, stuff like that. And as Angel said, Mbappe delivered, man. He delivered today, man. So for me, he was just the man of the day. Maybe just ahead of the Tunisian guy. Yeah, maybe just ahead of him.
Cool.
But that's just my opinion.
Romz.
It has to be Mohamed Al Owais. Like, just have to deep what he did. Like, bro, he basically won his nation
knee to the head, like flying knee, just bang. That is man. I need to get a picture of the brother, bro. I need to see how he looked.
No,
when they showed the still of his face, they looked nuts.
It epitomized like how much what he was doing for his country. But bro, to get a win match day 1 against one of their favorites, bro, and what it meant to him, his nation, bro. Like I alluded to earlier, they're getting a day off tomorrow, and there weren't no needy saves. He was making some saves, bro. Like, it's not like they were coming straight at him. Like, those saves he had, even at 0-0, I hear the commentator say, "Oh, the save was easy." You know when Messi did a 1-2, I think it was with Lautaro, and he had that early shot. Bro, he had to get down quickly. A lot of keepers will watch that travel into net. He had to get down. He had to get down quickly and get the arm out. I think he was immense. That's my man of the match. And I rarely give keepers man of the match, but it has to be man for him, and just the context of things that I do think Argentina still even top the group because I think they get 2 wins, but the amount of pressure he just added onto that nation, because even a draw for Argentina now, their man will be sweating.
Bro, let's before we ask Ish about his player of the day. That was a flying knee to the face, yeah.
Brother,
No, bruv, look at his cheek. Look at bruv, and this was him. Bruv, it looks like a scene out of Game of Thrones. Man's passing away, bro. Man's gone.
Oh
Like.
my God.
Look at the tear running down his face. Bruv, he looks finished.
I shouldn't laugh. Obviously, I hope he's all right in that.
No, he's good. He put a thumbs up, but
but that's not
right there. It looks like bruv, he's like, I'm slipping away. Like that's what's coming out his mouth. Like yalla, I'm slipping away, bro. Like,
bro, you know what he reminds me of? You remember that Vince McMahon when he was? You remember when he got stretching ish and he touched the middle finger out? That's what man reminds me of. You think he's dead? The man just gets the thumbs up.
Hey, speaking of McMahon, yeah, please tell me how he pulled both of his quads.
Oh,
how did that happen?
at the same time?
At the same time, bro.
That's yeah.
Bro, how does that happen? How does that happen? Bro, I'm not gonna lie. After I found out that actually happened, yeah, and it was maybe recently because I didn't really know what had happened until. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm never doing a knee slide ever again, bro. Again.
First time I saw it, like back, I thought he just ripped his trousers, isn't it? Like
same.
Like his arse was showing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, mad. Imagine sitting on the floor trying to it was shouting at them still and stuff as well.
Bro, do you know how bad the pain must be, bro, to rip both of your quads? Bro, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But Ish, player of the day, man.
I'll go same team as Romz, but I'll go for my man in it. Number 10. What's it? Aldawasi. I don't want to murder his name. I'll say number 10 in it. That goal is like that's already an iconic World Cup goal.
Oh, Aldawasi.
Yeah. My man. That's already an iconic World Cup goal. You look at the goals of like from the last World Cup, like Mbappe's goal in the final. Those like Pavard for France, that will be like that will go alongside it as like one of the iconic goals, bro. Twisted and turned through like 2-3 man, whipped it far. Like Martinez is not a joke of a keeper as well. It's not one of these random keepers that we don't know about. This guy's established. Like, bro, the celebration was cold too. Like, yeah, just lit. Everything was lit about that. And when we think of like best performances of the World Cup so far, Saudi Arabia 100% up there, and he got the winner. So yeah, it's gotta be him.
Yeah, man, it's true. Yeah, I'm gonna say Laidori, man. I'm gonna say Issa Laidori. I think he bossed that midfield. I think Denmark, that's their strongest area. When I think about it, it's their kind of Højbjerg, Eriksen, Delaney, Damsgaard. Them came on, couldn't really get into the game. Bruv, he dominated them. They didn't give them time to press, the link up, the little flicks around the corner. It was just lovely to see. And I think in terms of the football, it was probably the best football I've seen all tournament. And I know like France did like up and showed like their class. I think overall, if Tunisia if they had a couple of goals in that performance, we'd be talking about, listen, that's probably the best performance of any team. Do you know what I mean? It's just unfortunate they couldn't really finish, but I'll probably give it to them. Angel 1968 saying Masvidal knockout on the curly-headed guy. It reminded me of, that was the Masvidal thing. Boom, you know?
I remember, yeah. That actually was it.
That might be one of the best knockouts I've ever seen in my life, bro. Run out, just jump over.
Run out and just, It's still, wait, is it still the quickest in ever? I think it still might be the quickest ever in UFC. Or top 2 or 3. It's definitely up there, yeah.
It's definitely up there. I mean, Carp saying respect my boy Dembouz as well. He's gonna cook teams this tourney.
You man, I tweeted it. Yeah. Do you know what I hate about British punditry? I hear what you're saying, Jerry. Still looked a bit raw, like when a lot of injuries look like they've taken a toll on you. But Danny Murphy said, "I would like to see him use his right more. He never uses his right."
He's ambidextrous.
I know.
That's one of his main traits that he can use.
You don't watch him. You know from the
this is what I mean, bro. You don't watch him, bro. It got me mad.
At least he was honest because he did say like, my son did say Mbappe, Neymar, and Bellingham are my players to watch, and maybe I should my son should do this job. He's like, bro, I don't know about these players. Like,
But he's still collecting the
I
bag.
didn't
That's what's
hear that
annoying me.
bit. I didn't hear
You can't say
bit.
that and then still collect the bag at the end of it. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Does it?
He's the type. He's the type. Yeah, he's the type to be in the kitchen with his missus having a glass of wine, and then like Barca or PSG will be on, and his son's doing all the analysing. He's like, yeah, take notes and just give them.
Hey, just
He's just there
You do that
lotioning
thing,
on the sofa.
just
You know they
quickly.
got the big L-shaped thing as well. He's just lotioning, bro.
Hey, just quickly,
Wherever,
two
somewhere
things.
in Blackpool, wherever they live.
Two
Like
things about
that.
Danny Murphy. The first one, did you see the clip on 360 of him and Genius and Rio talking about their
Oh, the
dripping
drip,
it?
yeah.
I didn't see it.
Rio just, you're not involved in this, bro. You're not involved in this combat.
Yeah.
You can't get involved. And the other one, when they're in the
I need
gym,
to
is
watch
like
that.
Mike is in the gym, Rio's in there as well. They're all just doing weights in it. They're looking at Mike's weights like,
What's
oh my
Murphy
god.
doing, bro?
Murphy's in the corner with like, I don't even know what he's got. He must have like 5 to 10 kg, and he just sat there with like the little fingerless gloves on as well, just sat in the corner. I was dying.
I rated Murphy. I thought Murphy was a baller. Like Murphy
Same.
was just like
I rated him, yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
how can a man be the winner for us at Old Trafford? 3 different occasions, bro.
All pens,
And the
all 1-0
same
pens.
scoreline. Yeah, all 1-0. But bro, can we speak about the companies? I don't want to get too like
Big man thing co-op. Did you see Murphy's crepe? Sorry to stop you, brother. I saw the crepe. I started busting up in that video, bro. I was like, bro, your crepe's looking crazy.
Bro, you look like a fed.
You know what
He's
you
actually just like a fed.
Yeah, he's just like a fully.
Man said he took a starter pack, you know, like that, you know, a PC starter pack.
But I said, let me time travel. I said, let me time travel 10 years ago.
Let me try something real quick.
But you look, back to like the companies, yeah. Have you clocked? BBC's too much. Happy friends. Let's not debate each other. You see, bro. You see, Souness and Keane. That's what I want to see.
That was cold.
I'm
That
not
was
gonna
cold.
lie,
That
though,
was
man.
cold.
Souness needs to get dashed in the bin now. I used to back him all the time. I hate that brother now, bro.
I'm ashamed he's my legend. I'm ashamed.
I'm ashamed, brother. It's actually
Brother,
painful, like,
yeah.
it's when I feel
Thank you.
When
Thank you.
Phil Thompson, what's his name? What's the brother that got match of the day, man? Yeah,
Alan Hansen.
Yeah.
Hansen, that's it.
Or
When
Lawrence,
Hansen,
yeah.
but it got to the point when Hansen started just, I'm embarrassed now.
Well,
bro.
because there's always our legends as well. Mark
Bro, John
Lawson
Barnes.
was all right.
No, John
Mark
Barnes
Lawson
is
was
my
all
guy still. John
Yeah.
Barnes. is my
I
guy.
can't rate.
Man had the long hair. No longer at that age. You're all bald and that, bro. Man had the hair. Like, Mark Lawson was the guy still.
Now, Mark Lawrence was balding and still had that mullet thing. I was like, bro, this guy's this, bro. This guy, he had to go over to ESPN, and even there he's just spewing nonsense for the
Bro.
Americans, bro.
We got so many legends out in the mud, man. It's actually a piss take, bruv. It's
Bro,
actually
we
a
got
piss take.
bare legends that man don't even look at and think, I don't even rate you, lad. I don't even respect you. I respect you as a player, but I don't respect you as an individual. Like, bare of them.
For
Bare.
real, for real.
Souness is another one. Banging player, from what I hear. But you as a brother, I don't know.
But you can tell that argument. It weren't just what they were arguing about. Other things come into it, bro. That's United, Liverpool, that's Ireland, Scotland. Like, that's two men that can't speak down to each other because they both achieved so much. Arguably, Souness probably a bit more. They're not gonna have it from one another. That's a genuine dislike, bro. Genuine. Because even in the Sky Studios, bro, they're always going at it like that.
No, 100%. But Souness, man, like that. That's
Keane
why.
was in the right. Keane
Well,
was
to
in
be
the
fair,
right.
what who? No, but Keane was in the right. I mean, I don't mind that he's saying that it's my opinion, but what I'm saying though is that Souness is there, but it's like he's there and he causes this argument, but bruv, he's always looking bad in it. Like even when he goes on TalkSport, like, do you know what I mean? My man's got him in a headlock every debate, bro.
Simon Gordon.
I've got a lot of man in headlock.
Bro, bare, man.
Debate.
No one can chat to Jordan, you know. Like,
No,
no
even
one
the
can.
ones that you're like, I fully
That's
don't
why he's my
agree.
guy, bro.
You're still
You
like,
can't even
right,
speak to him like that.
yeah. The point is making it so good, even if you don't agree with him, you're like, nah.
Exactly.
You're actually making me
I don't
like,
agree with
you're
half the
actually making me
things
think
he
about
said.
this.
Oh, Jesus. Gio's talking about Steve Nicol. He's the worst, bro.
Oh, yeah.
ESPN.
That man there,
Yeah,
does not
yeah.
want.
No, I
he
used
does
to
not
watch
want-
I hate listening to him speak.
Do you know them skits? The ESPN ones where he'll be with Gabriel Marcotti and Joe
Yeah.
Lawrence and that.
And Malchiot and all of that. You know,
Yeah, and
Malchiot.
Shaka Hislop and that. I don't think they still did. It was ESPN and C. When I heard Steve Nicol, I'll mute it for a bit till I see the next man speaking. He
Oh,
used
yeah.
to chat shit, bro. He used to chat shit.
Hey, what on Liverpool? Like, what you say? You got no like? We need these guys to hurry up and retire so I can look at them.
We need
and be
the
like,
Patrick Bergers and the Hoopiers. We need them in
Yeah,
the studio,
man.
bro.
I don't
Yeah,
want Patrick Berger talking about ball, man. I don't want to hear it. I
Why
saw him in a
not?
Legends game one time, bro.
Nah, he used to score screamers though, bro.
No, but
He
he was a
used to score-
screamer, man. Of course, he's the bad. Patrick Berger had the wicked.
What about Yari Littman? Get him
Another
in the
techie one.
studio.
man.
Another
Yeah.
techie one, bro.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Yeah, let's run through some of the. Oh yeah, hold on. We need to get through. So we done player of the day, goal of the day, people.
It's got to be
Let us
mine.
know in the
Yeah.
comments. I haven't got a poll for it, guys. So please make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing, but make sure you're letting us know goal of the day, people.
I think it
Goal
has to-
and assist of the day. So we might as well.
I
do
know I
that.
Got to
shouldn't
be mine.
speak for you lot, but I'm gonna speak for you lot. It has to be none other than Saudi's winner, bro. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. I put the Saudis win. I couldn't really think of another better goal than that today. Really.
Giroud's header was good. Rabiot's header was good, but
I was trying to think of an assist. Like, what was a really good assist?
Good assist. The assist would have
Maybe.
been good. As if Tunisia's goal had stood, that'd have been a great assist.
Yeah. I was gonna say
But-
one of
yeah.
Mbappe's assists, maybe.
I
Maybe.
think Rabiot's header. Forgot you crossed it. Was it?
Oh,
I think it was
yeah, yeah.
Theo
But that's
Hernandez.
Hernandez.
Was it not from
Theo
was it from
Hernandez.
the left?
Yeah.
from the-
Yeah, I think
Yeah, probably so.
that's up there.
Although Australia's goal though, like I know that the initial pass out to the thing,
Maybe
But that was a
Australia's goal was actually a good.
it was a good goal. Like I like the whole goal, like the whole
goal
movement. I was like,
that
yo,
finish was wicked as well.
yeah.
Left foot,
Oh,
it
hard
was
finish.
the
Very
corner.
difficult, man. Very difficult. Very
That's my
difficult.
man called Goodwin. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Good goal.
Good
I
finish.
don't know, man. Maybe.
No, maybe
you know,
I'd give him-
I'll go with Australia. I'll go with Australia.
Yeah, I'll go with Australia for that one. You know, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
with Australia.
I'll go with Australia still.
I think
Hey, no problem.
Aldawasi's was good. It was good. It was a good goal. It was a good goal. But
Nah, it
the
moved me,
Australian-
man. It's a celebration. The whole thing just moved me. The way he jinked out of like 2-3 players, and I was
Yeah,
like, he's not gonna shoot. There's no way he's gonna shoot, and he let it off, man. He let it off.
You know, I know it was so good.
I knew he was gonna jink. I just didn't think he was gonna score. In my mind, you're not scoring.
But
big
you
man.
see so many
Why-
wingers do that, like just the footwork.
Yeah.
Like Balassi. Balassi would do that, go through 3-4 man, and then the shot's going out for like a throw or something, or that bare deflection or something. Big up Balassi.
But you know what it is? Now you know the goal was so good. Martinez even got a hand to it. He just couldn't stop it.
Yeah,
That's how you know
yeah.
a strike's too good. When you get a hand to it, and even that's not enough. But
Yeah, so assist of the day, people.
I'm gonna go
Australia.
Taylor Hernandez.
I'm gonna go Australia's one because I think the build up. I give the pre-assist.
Yeah, the
and
build.
then
Yeah,
the
yeah.
goal,
the
goal.
build.
All
Nice.
touch,
All
first
right,
touch.
Thiago. All right, Thiago. That's it.
Yeah, you don't know what that.
Innit? We might as well just get Suter, innit? We might as well bin Thiago and get Suter, bro. With pre-assist, we might as well get him. We might as well get him.
See, man's in America. Man's not even watching World Cup. Man's in America with LeBron in that, bro.
I see that, you know.
Who is it? He's in America.
Man, we're grilling him. Like, why are
Man,
you bashing him right much?
Hold on, he hasn't gone to Dubai to do a training camp with a man then.
Bro,
Hold on,
he's
who's
courtside.
in America? Who's in America?
Thiago, bro, he's courtside.
Thiago.
LFC, he tagged him.
Why is he not in
America?
Dubai?
Watch
then?
NBA like everyone
I
else.
don't know.
Bruv, every man's in Dubai at the moment, bruv. There's a
Yeah, but
preseason
Jerry, he'll get injured if he goes to do. Like, let him stay where he is.
Tired, man. I've had enough of him, man. I've had enough, man.
Jerry,
he, hasn't
Jerry.
he hasn't got enough coins in the bank for me at Liverpool
Jerry,
to go and be one of them
I'm
brothers.
gonna
Like,
tag-
yeah, you do your thing and link
But
up
get
later.
the Neymar treatment. Yeah, you
Yeah,
go to
man.
his sister's birthday.
I'm gonna tag you lot in the picture. He acts LFC and LeBron James. So LeBron, you know, he patted him. He's with his wife. You know all that stuff. He's smiling the camera. He's courtside, bro. He's bait. He's bait.
Hold on. Cop saying you caught Thiago in Las Vegas looking like he's got no sleep.
Yeah, that's it. Vegas.
No.
That's mad. I didn't think he would like.
I just
I
hate
don't know,
casino and that. That's crazy.
not to say he
No,
can't
you know
go
what?
to America, but he
Bro,
just
bare Spanish man were getting on to
You
him.
know,
Why
it's not like he's gone to like Saudi or somewhere like nearby or like even Egypt where it's like, bruv, I can take a little quick plane back into Dubai. Man's on the other side of the world.
literally.
Nah,
That tells
man,
me that you're not trying to come to that thing in a bit.
that's unacceptable.
Yeah, he told Klopp about Holly, you see, bro. Holly,
Yeah, real talk, bro.
Bro,
I've seen this. I've seen
You're
this,
trying to say Milner's just doing doggies up in Dubai? Is that what you're saying? Shut
bro. Most
up,
probably, bro. Sipping on that Ribena and that.
Klopp's a menace, bro. He makes me feel sick sometimes. Jesus. Cool. That's just the goal. All right, cool. Let's get through it. Please, guys, let me know in the comments. Team of the day. I'm going to say Saudi.
Yeah, it has to.
Again, Saudi.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Saudi, 100%. Big up to Burada. Burada saying, look, the Saudi king has declared tomorrow a public holiday in Saudi to celebrate the win. People that love their football. This is what I'm happy about this World Cup, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm happy about the World Cup. You're seeing, like, I don't know if you guys have seen the videos, but you've got the Saudi like fans and that do all the little dance. You know what I mean? Like, hold on.
Hey, they were skanking, bro.
Bro, the skank. We actually need to drop the skank as well. We got it here, man.
Bro, listen, no jokes aside, Ish, you're doing it as well, bro. We're all buying that gown. I don't know the correct word for it.
I'm posted outside Anfield, outside AXA even, bro. Just
bro, you see what the Geordies did when they got the Dubai fund? Them man were all outside since James's, bro.
That is fucking hilarious.
Bro, they actually
I'm just gonna make sure I grow out their beard as well. I'm just gonna be like, do you know what I mean? Get a kind of, you know, the canola oil, you know, the palm oil, the Ghanaian things like that. But the picture's loaded, man.
You know what still kills me? You know, if you've not watched it, go back. When Jerry does his reaction,
with the oil,
potential
I told you, man.
Man, use a cooking oil. That's why I was dying. You couldn't even get like a little olive oil side. Man, use the oil. That
No, it was olive oil. It was olive oil. I used olive oil, man. Man said cooking oil, you know. Man said I got sunflower oil. I make sure it's olive oil, bro.
Hey, it didn't look like olive oil to me,
man.
That didn't look like olive oil to me.
Man said, I got the oil from the bottom of the stew pot, bro. Just kind of.
Allow me.
Hey, that killed me, bro. You know, I'll go back to that video.
Dangerous oil that you shouldn't even be eating in your food, bro. Crazy.
I go back to that video just to watch the start, bro. That video kills me.
I might need to click that still.
Oud on my head, you know. Man said it was oud, you know. That's the fragrance. Yeah, big up, man. But yeah, it's been a crazy game. I think big up to Saudi Arabia. A crazy day, sorry. Big up to Saudi Arabia for the performance. I think the fans got to get some props as well. I think Mexico, Saudi Arabia, Tunisia as well. They turned out today. Even Argentina, to be fair. Apparently, Argentina were the first team to sell out all their tickets for the first couple games.
Well, that didn't help.
Allocation. So they're out there in numbers, man. They're out there in numbers.
I've been seeing conflicting things, though, because some people have been saying that they've gone over capacity by like 4,000 or 5,000.
But
some people are saying that's empty seats as well. So I'm seeing all different. Unless they're giving bare seats to like corporates or whatever, but the atmosphere today much better.
But that's probably what they've done is that all the rich Saudi Arabians and the Qataris and the Emiratis, they've all just booked because you can see it. But where the coaches sit above there, where usually you got the corporate boxes, it's always empty, bro. But then behind the goals and stuff, it's packed. It's packed. So maybe that's what it is, man.
The atmosphere's been alright today, though. Atmosphere's been much better today.
It was good.
Yeah, definitely. Who we got tomorrow? Who's on the list for tomorrow?
Right, on the list.
Germany,
Croatia, Morocco.
Spain.
That's first game. That's going to be a game.
Go on, read it for the people. What's the fixtures?
I have to talk about first one. I know the first one's definitely Morocco, Croatia. Then I think it's Germany, Japan.
There we go.
Belgium, Canada.
Yeah, Morocco,
Croatia, Germany, Japan, Spain, Costa Rica, and Belgium, Canada. So we're gonna obviously Spain, Germany.
Wait, Belgium's the last game.
Yeah, Belgium's the last game at 7. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we got what? Croatia, Belgium, Spain, Germany. 4 of like the favourites, if not dark horses to win the tournament. If not, they're definitely top 10. So it's going to be an interesting day.
And then also we're going to see man like Alphonso Davies, Jonathan David, like
Joe Campbell, Costa Rica. Do you know what I mean? Like,
rotted. Did you just say Campbell? Fuck,
bro. I'm not gonna lie. I agree with John. Hot take. I think Canada's gonna beat Belgium. You know.
Let's wait and see.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling Belgium at the moment. Feeling Belgium at the moment.
Say that until KDB is going to wrap it into the top corner and we're going to be like, oh.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, like,
bro, Jerry,
but literally, apart from him,
Remember we said in the prediction show, he don't normally show up, but this could be his last swan song. He might just
Like he showed up at the
turn up.
Euros. He actually was quite. He was quite level at the Euros. He was. I thought he was.
The 2016 one, not the last one.
No, even the last one. I even thought until they went out in like the quarters or something, innit? But until then, it was just him and Lukaku linking up.
Lukaku, the link up, the through balls into
Lukaku. No one else is doing anything in that.
Lukaku's injured for the first couple of games, innit?
Is
I think I read it somewhere.
Bro, I don't even know what their options are.
Who's going to start? The Catalera? Is that what we're saying up front? Or is it Batshuayi?
They call him Baby KDB.
I don't know how Batshuayi is still kicking around the national team, bro.
Bro, Belgium ain't got no good striker.
Wait, did Origi go?
Nah.
I don't even know.
No, he didn't.
Wait, G's out. G's out.
Hey, you man, save in a bit, bro. Like,
what, Doku's there?
Oh, shit, yeah, Doku's quite decent.
Yeah, but he's not a striker.
He should have played for Ghana, man. He should have played for Ghana, bro.
Yeah, bro. Let me see Belgium's team, anyways. Like, what?
Yeah, who's that phenomenon other than Lukaku? Bro, you know, Hazard come out and said, "Yeah, I'm not the Hazard." He's honest, but he's like, "I'm not the Hazard."
Yeah, bro.
He's getting he's dead now.
Whatever, bro.
Looking at one.
Yeah. Look, they got up front. They got Openda from Lens, who was at Bruges before. They got Batshuayi, Lukaku, Doku, Mertens, Trossard, the Catalera, Hazard. Carrasco.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if he went.
Bro, these men have been kicking about since 2014, bro. Like, it's near enough the same squad.
Alderweireld and Vertonghen link up as well.
Again, still.
Dries Mertens.
Bro, drop me out, man.
Please tell me Denayer and Boyata aren't there. If them two are still there as well.
No, they're not.
Oh, calm, because they would have been taking a piss at that
point.
What
you don't rate Denayer?
Denayer, I rate, yeah. Because he was good at dealing and whatnot. But Boyata, I've never rated. Never. From even the
What, Man City and Celtic?
Bro, I've never rated him. I don't know about you, man. I just think he's a bozo.
Yeah, he's another bozo, man.
He's another one with that the bozo gene in that, man.
And Donker. Where the hell did you make this squad?
No, Dendonka's good though, man.
He's alright. I rate him.
Yeah, he's good.
He's at Villa. He's at Villa now, isn't
he? He's at Villa, yeah.
You don't even play there, though. I don't see him play.
Play centre back.
Yeah, he's the Gerrard signing, isn't it?
Yeah.
How great did that work out?
I was going to run through some of the comments before we head out.
The way he is.
Exactly.
You might go back Rangers, you might just go back Rangers.
What does that mean, Jerry? Teach me. Give me a lesson.
Traumatic means like hold it, like safe, like big up basically, like keep it. I'm leaving in it, like hold it basically saying. Yeah, big up guys. People like and subscribe to the Real G's on this YouTube platform, like Jerry, GTV, Ish, so Romz as well, and all the people on the panel. See you soon. Big up to yourself. We've got people saying watching the Saudis physically bully Argentina was very enjoyable. Very, very true. We got Gio saying man called Otamendi Skirtle.
Bro, I said what I said, innit? I said what I said.
Endo saying respect Otamendi though, he's a centurion.
Bun all of that. I don't care about your Centurions.
Abdus Chowdhury saying Chelsea need Giroud now.
They do.
Facts.
True. Angel saying Jerry spoke facts about the Saudi high line. The organization was excellent, but the pundits were saying it was lucky. Very disrespectful.
Bun the pundits.
Yeah, bun the pundits, man.
But it's happening like 8 times. I'm sorry, it's not luck, is it? Like, come on, they were literally catching them offside every time the ball went over the top. So
exactly, bro. Like, come on,
God praise him for
that. Carp saying Souness going out sad. Yeah, it's true, man. He's looking.
He's been going outside.
With veneers. RJ saying Dembele, one of the most talented players. If he had the same drive and was injury free, he could maybe reach Messi levels. Nah,
no one could reach Messi levels, bro.
Mbappe levels, I've been saying. I reckon he would have been better, but Messi.
I don't think so. I think
mentality. You don't?
No, because mentality makes up for a lot of football. You ain't got that mentality, man. Like even today, like a couple times, like get at your fullback a bit more. He done it first time. After that, he kept coming inside. It's like I know Danny Murphy was wrong when he was like, he can't use his right foot or whatever, which is obviously poor. He's ambidextrous. But he weren't going at his man like that anymore. Like he weren't. He kept coming inside and playing the ball in field. And there's like, bro, just run at your man, innit? Like,
do you think he's scared to get injured again?
Maybe.
He can't play like that though, man.
You know, some players play like that, quite hesitant. Like, I'm not gonna go in for that.
Literally, Naby Keita going into 50-50s. Let's be real.
Puts the foot out and just does this.
Yeah.
VVD as well, pre-World Cup.
Hey.
And you see man flying into stuff.
Crazy. RJ saying bloody Glazers for selling Man United. Yeah, it's looking like that.
Why at the same time as us? Just piss off, man.
The Americans are trying to
Like
bounce.
that.
There's no money. There's no money in the game, man. For them, yeah, I mean, like that. There's no money. So, Gio saying El Dawasi to West Ham.
I don't even know who that is.
That's the Donny that scored for
Saudi.
The number 10.
Yeah.
Number 10. Yeah.
You know what?
Right.
I've got to do what you do, Jerry. I need to start jotting down names because I just differentiate them back. My man with that hairstyle, I don't actually know the names.
Nah, but some of the teams like Saudi Arabia, like Tunisia, they all look the same, bro. They're all look the same. There was three three prototype versions. Yeah, for example, for Tunisia, you had the bald with a beard, you had the brothers with hair and a beard, and you had the brothers just, you know what I mean, that had the normal, and you had that some whatever going on, do you know what I mean? And that was it. And it was short and stocky. With the Saudis, you had the brothers with the curly hair, long hair, you had the black
the dark ones,
and then you had the brothers that had high tops, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that was it. And it's just the prototypes. So
Bear Mendy looking like for Saudi, the dark with the little high tops and that. I was like,
Abidal as well.
Even the Ecuadorians, they just look like them. But 10 of them just look coolly and look like 10 different type of
10 Caicedos, bro.
I said 10 Caicedos, bro.
And the Valencia there, they just look different than everyone else. That's what it looked to me.
Don't kill me.
That's crazy. Quap saying, I voted Mbappe as well. He was balling. Enfland, big up yourself, saying Pele, Zidane, Maradona are overhyped. Overrated.
Them over Messi still.
Overhyped, overrated Messi, Mr. 282. Oh, okay. First.
Bit hard still.
Yeah. Co-op saying that Saudi manager is a genius. Yeah, I mean you can get the maximum out of the players. John the second saying Ochoa. Yeah. Check out the equalizers captions for that one, man. I mean, they're in the ether already, man. They're in the ether, so just make sure you're getting out there. Gio saying, was Steve Nicol even good for you, man? He was all right, man. He was decent.
I just know he won stuff. I'd never seen him.
Yeah, one of them Danny Murphy brothers, like, yeah.
But I feel like everyone that played for us in the 70s and 80s won.
Yeah, they won something.
For me,
exactly.
Unless I saw you or clips, it's hard for me to actually realize who was good because,
exactly,
bro, everyone
won
everything.
Yeah, they won everything.
They all won multiple champions. It's like looking at the Real Madrid squads of like the last 2-3 years and looking like a Asensio or someone. You'll look at his CV and think, yo, man's sick. Man's won 5 Champions Leagues in a row or whatever. Like,
even Asensio, he probably play more, but you're talking like someone like Nacho or someone at the back that's still in the squad.
Nacho played his part. Still.
I was going to say,
what's another one? What's the striker that they had? He was at Dominican or something like that.
Oh, Mariano and
that. You know what I mean? You know them man that get like a couple Champions Leagues and stuff, bro.
It's like 2 Champions Leagues, 3 appearances. It's just like, right, okay, cool.
You still got
it. Burrada saying Thiago feels semi-retired to me. That's how he's moving.
Yeah, because Liverpool need to learn to move on from these fucking old age guys, bro. But we don't do that.
John saying Thiago doing West Coast lifestyle. Yeah, man saying wearing Cortez's on the oversized tee. Just in
Hey, don't kill me.
Well, the flary bottoms, bro.
Yeah,
chinos, you know, like that.
He's gonna look like them Palace borders. He's gonna get like a wig of just dread.
Facts.
Man said the top button done up as well. Just the bandana just tied at the front.
West Coast was life, baby.
Thiago said, allow me in it 2-week vacation. Yeah. Moving mad.
Bro, if it keeps him fit, I don't care, bro.
Klopp saying the whole Ecuador team looked like Happy Johnson. And the maddest thing is, it's just a spectrum, innit? You had Sarmiento who came on at the end. That was the final. That was the
final form of Michael Jackson.
Form, bro. But you went back, it was Ender Valencia first, didn't it? And it just transitioned, bro. Like,
hey, that's a mad statement.
Oh, crazy, man. Big up Zayn. Zayn saying Konate is better than Saliba.
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know yet.
I wouldn't say either or in that one. I would be like, to me, they both look exactly the same. Konate's got a bozo gene in him as well. I don't see it that much as Saliba.
Konate's got that bozo gene in him, man. Remember that clearance he did in the Champions League when the ball got squared up? I think it was
Bro, it was against flipping. Yeah, it was Nunes that scored, didn't it? Yeah.
When he went to play the ball and missed it, I was like, bruv, that Colo Toure regime, that spirit is deceiving.
But you know what I clocked? Nunes' tech on the finish was so fugazi. Everyone was like, yeah, the finish was sick.
Fugazi that day.
The way he done the most pigeon-footed thing I've ever seen in my life. I remember seeing it, I was thinking, yo, you man actually want to sign this guy to play for us up front. Like we had Bobby the last 3 years.
But then he done the other finish though. And then he done the other finish. I think it was offside, but when he bent it, Allison, and I was like, from then I was like, yo, man's tech looks weird, bro. Man's tech looks so weird.
Thank you. I was like, is this your technique? Like, is this how you kick a ball? Like,
listen. No Nunes slander, because when he bagged a brace on Thursday, whenever they play, we have to put respect.
Oh, Nunes, I'm on Nunes watch like there's no tomorrow. Oh my days, you're gonna see me watch.
You see when it's Uruguay Ghana, he's up. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, he's up for that.
Nah, G wants Nunes to bag because he said he's getting top goal scorer. I think that was your prediction, isn't it?
What did I say? I said
if he gets Nunes to get top goal scorer in the World Cup, bro.
Yeah, if he gets top goal scorer, it was either that or what was the bet we had? I said if he gets top goal scorer.
You said if he gets top goal scorer or like plays. No, you said if he wins if he gets top goal scorer or if they win the World Cup, you're gonna get a jersey.
Quick prediction, you lot. Yeah, as much as Suarez may not have the leg, I still think he's gonna do all of the running and similar to what Giroud does for Mbappe. Yeah. But if you don't have to put a quick estimation on Nunes' goals, I think he's leaving this World Cup with about 4 goals, bro. I honestly think he's going to have a wicked World Cup. What are you, man, saying? Valverde with him as well. Like,
he gets 3 goals. I think he gets 3 goals.
2.
Bro, it depends on the first game.
You man are overestimating this World Cup thing, you know. Like, we haven't just watched Saudi Arabia just beat
South Korea. Them man have workhorses that Son, Heung-Wan Lee.
And they've still got to face Ghana. Like, we ain't got a clue what's going to, like, as in... If they make it out of the group, he's got more chances.
Ghana are going to kill me.
They're either going to get
if I hear any slander, it's going to be mad for certain.
They're either going to do like a semi-final thing or they won't score a goal. I don't know which one.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know which one it's going to be.
What is though, against Switzerland, Ghana though, they balled out, you know.
They
balled out. The guy from Frankfurt, do you know what I mean? Partey there. What we're gonna see is very similar to what we saw with Senegal and Tunisia, innit? We're gonna bop the ball really well, but there's gonna be bozo moments at the back. There's gonna be bozo moments at the back,
and no finishes up front.
It's whether I don't know why Jordan's still starting. I don't know why Jordan's still starting for this team. Like, I don't get it. Like Abedi Pele's got too much influence in this FA, bro. Like,
did you see the clip?
Abedi Pele's got too much influence.
Did you see the clip? I think it was Lamptey when they were all having dinner. And the Ayew brothers just at the top. It's like they have just some massive. It's like they're gods in the dressing room, bro.
They are though. They are though.
Pele was for Ghana, bro. Hold on, the retro jersey's coming out. It's coming out for the World Cup, bro. It's here. It's ready.
He's their dad, isn't it?
The Messi, he's like Maradona and Messi to these man. So of course, when their sons are playing, bro, you man are sitting at the top of the table, B. Like that's
nothing is served first as well. You know, like the first peanuts just getting poured onto the football, innit? You're like, rah.
Hey, and true, so you know the first spoonfuls are the nicest ones as well from the top. He's only scraping the bottom of the pot.
But it's crazy though, because I don't know if you guys know. I think it was in 2014 in Brazil. Yeah, that's when they had the beef in it because Montarian that weren't having it from Andre Ayew. He slapped him up. He slapped him. I think he was getting a bit too big for his boots.
He pissed him up.
He slapped him, and then the coach got involved, and he slapped the coach as well. And the Montari was on one, and then after that, it was just curtains. Like
that's a Champions League winner. Like,
yeah, it's it.
They're thinking he can't chat to them. Like they can't chat to him. Montari's the bad man in this thing.
Yeah, Montari.
I was going to say though, you know my man that Mourinho got shoes for, and Afina Gyan. I said, how come he didn't go? I prayed the squad. He didn't go. He is very young.
But he's not really playing.
He's not really playing. To be fair, they've gone with a couple youngsters that are good in it. They're not known quantities, but like they're good. Like they're fast. Like one thing I give Ghana though is that on the transition we're going to be rapid.
Yeah.
Quick players. We got pacey players in it, so it just depends. Inaki Williams, can he finish in it? I know he's speaking Spanish and that, like broken tree and that. Do you know what I mean? With some Spanish lingo. But, bro, like, hopefully he can bag in it.
Like, Big Bro should have gone as well,
think-
man. Big
I
Bro
think
should
we're
have
going
gone
to
as
be
well.
better than what people think. It's just whether that's enough for us to get through.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to be better than what people, because we've got ballers now. We've got a couple, not ballers, we've got better players, in my opinion, in terms of certain aspects in certain areas.
It's mad, but our midfield is actually the best. Because
You know
I
who's
think
going
when
to
you
cook
look
for
at
you,
midfield-
lot?
Yeah.
Huh?
And I want him to start, but he won't. But do you know who's going to cook for you, lot? Semenyo. When he comes off the bench, Bristol City striker. He's a baller, you know. He's a baller. He's a baller. I would like to see him start.
You want to play that? Because
Yeah, he'll come on like last
Yeah.
10 minutes in that.
I think us having Odoi as well, the fact we were managed to get Odoi, the Belgian.
Well,
innit?
Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis Odoi, he's playing for Ghana now as well. So
Bro, he's got lots of experience, but
He got bare last minute call ups, man.
no, but he's got bags of experience, but Jerry, he's
sometimes it's not experience, my guy. Like we see Harry Maguire in the team. We see
Yeah, for
Jordan
real.
Henderson in the cut. Like sometimes it's just the experience.
That's on a cheerleading.
He's
He's on a cheerleading.
national, bro. Like,
He's on a cheerleading thing. He's on a cheerleading.
Jerry, I swear he's at Club Brugge.
Yeah, he's at Bruges now. But he was at Fulham before. Like, what's wrong with being at Bruges?
Say that
Hey,
again.
let me not hear that slander, Romz. Let me not hear that slander, my guy.
Sorry. Oh, he
I tried
killed
disrespect, man. Hey, you.
we got Rahman as well at left back. Baba
No,
Rahman.
Rahman's been cold still.
We got Rahman, but it'll be Lamptey that starts though. It'll be Lamptey that starts at right back.
It has to be. It has to
But
be.
I can't like Party has to have a big tournament. Like if Ghana
Oh,
to do
yeah,
anything,
yeah,
I feel like he's gonna be the guy. Like because he always does that for Ghana.
But at least now we've got midfielders in there that can ball as well. Because in the AFCON, he was playing as a number 10. Bro.
Yeah, bro.
It was gonna be Mikel role. Like it was just
That AFCON performance, bruv. It can't get worse than that. I hope. I really hope, because that was
shit.
Bruv.
Ghana were absolutely dog shit.
Probably meaty, bruv.
But yeah, now Thursday's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Thursday,
You know
is the
listen,
best
I'm
day.
tempted.
We
to
got something for Portugal.
to do a watch along.
We got something for Portugal. I'm telling you, we got something for
I think
Portugal.
it makes sense. I know this isn't like Prem games where we're all gonna be behind on. We'll be the same level. Like now it's on TV. Like
Even though my BBC is still acting.
I
mad,
play
bro.
it behind.
Slightly,
Bro, I was on the train.
Slightly.
I was on the train and one of my group chat, they're all saying it's a goal like a minute and a half before. I'm like, woman, this iPlays me then mad.
It's nuts, bro.
Exactly. I forgot Kudus as well. We got Kudus in midfield. Do you know what I mean? That when you look at that midfield on paper, you're probably thinking on form. Probably the best African. Like Partey's on form. You got obviously Mensah is doing decent, and then you got Kudus who's obviously bagging goals as well in it. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Gio is saying Nketiah is in Ghana. If he makes it out of the country without committing, it's because he was smuggled out. Bruv, Nketiah tried to come on Ghana on some wavy tip, thinking, yeah, you know what, I might come in and get a last minute call up. Bruv, it's done, bro.
Bruv, stay where you are, bro.
Stay where you are, bro. The man didn't want you in the first place, bro. You were just a backup to the backup, bro. So if you don't want to come now, bruv, like move. I don't want on like even man like Callum Hudson-Odoi, even them kind of brothers there. Like, obviously I get it, of course. You're some of you feel like, yeah, England, rare tear, but some of you I'm looking at and I'm thinking, brother, you was never getting into England. So why was that even a thought in your brains? Like, why not just go to the motherland? Like, why not? And now you
could have just humbled yourself from early, innit?
Yeah, humble yourself from early. I wouldn't mind that. But now you man are coming here on some crazy tip. And I'm thinking, brother, man,
the Hudson-Odoi one I look at and I'm like, you know what? He potentially could have. If Sancho got in, Hudson-Odoi probably would have got into that squad somehow as well. If things had gone a bit differently, like
so what's he doing now then? Why didn't he come to the?
I'm saying, but obviously, you know, the Ghanaian FAR as well. You know, they're just trying to take some money off the people. They're like, bruv, yeah, to play for us. Like, I know there's a few players that I'll tell you what, there's a few players that I actually know that have been charged to play for Ghana, bro. They've had to pay, bro. They've had to make it down.
Bro, the game is the game, bro.
You know what, just to add on to what G said, it's always worrying as well when man are thinking about playing for the country. That brother, cool, like Callum Hudson-Odoi. Case a bit different because he actually had a fair crack at the whip from getting in the England team. had he not got injuries, etc. But Eddie Nketiah, you were never playing for England, bro, and you're umming and ahhing about your no. Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. From when man's debating whether he wants to play, just don't play at all, bro, because he's not going to give his heart for the shirt.
Have you guys seen the video of Nketiah when he arrives at the airport and they're like Aquaba and they're giving him the welcome and that?
No.
He's there with the flag, just doing this. I was like, bro, this is a jet. I was like, I couldn't believe what was going on, bro.
Nketiah, bro, you're just making yourself look silly, my guy. Like, we didn't want you in the first place, but cool, you were available, so guess what? Let's try something. But then the way I don't like all of that. Like, I don't like all the way that some of these men move anyway. In terms of
that's Salisu that was trying to get into the Belgian squad for ages.
Yeah. Did he cut back again, bro? It's not club football.
Now you're here. Remember, Ghana asked you from time ago, you know. Huh?
Oh, you man said he got a team in it. I forgot Salisu.
He got ballers, bro. He got ballers.
Who's the centre back?
Remember, they were asking Salisu from time ago. They didn't just ask him today.
Daniel Marte, Leicester.
Who's the keeper?
Keeper. It's a roulette thing, bruv. It's a roulette. It's a
I can't lie.
There's a couple of guys, I swear.
I'm saying it from now. Uruguay to top the group, Ghana to finish second. I think Portugal are going to be the big nation.
We got something for Portugal. We got something for them.
I think you lot are going through, you know.
I think we're going to draw Portugal. Uruguay.
What I'm saying, if I see Uruguay out, I'll be smiling and dancing in your whole. What do you mean?
Yeah.
We need to hit that restaurant, Jerry, man. The one you and Gio speak about.
Hold on. Thursday. What time do Ghana play? Please, there be 7.
No, it's 4. It's 4.
I just saw it now. I'm literally just looking at it now.
You know what? I would have said the link up at Kate's Cafe, bro, in Plaistow, bro.
No, but we can do it for the Uruguay game.
What's the other game? Is there a Ghana game at 7?
When's the Uruguay game?
Shall I check?
Check. Because if not, it's a guarantee. I'll book it from tomorrow, bro. I'll book a table.
I'm trying to have that food as well, man.
I'm telling you,
I've got a name for a day.
We'll be live, bro. I'll bring you the
jersey already, bro. Spencer. All our
Friday
games
at 3.
All our games are 1, 3, or 4. Dead.
So none of them.
Yeah.
What about the game after that? The Uruguay game would have been the 1 though, but 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that's the 3 o'clock. Now the South Korean got 1
game at 7. None of them at 7 o'clock, bro.
Right, yeah, we ain't getting the viewership like that.
We'll
you know, like that.
Bro, so that's cool.
If we can make it, we'll see by the second game, yeah. If we win that second, or if we know we're going through whatever, because then the next round of fixtures, if we know we're going through,
late, isn't it?
It should be. It's going to be late in the day. If it's
only
then we
4
have to
and
go.
7. Yeah.
That's where it
Literally,
is.
and then we have to go, man. We have to go still.
That's what it is, man. M. Time Izzy saying, big up to us saying Japan has depth in attack. Apparently, Kyogo from Celtic is not selected in the squad.
Bro, he's a baller as well.
They're my sweepstake team. They're actually my sweepstake.
Is that young player? Is he playing for them? What's his name?
Takashi Kudo.
Yeah, Kubo.
Yeah,
he's gone.
He's gone.
Real
Sociedad, isn't it?
Yeah, Real Sociedad now.
Yeah, Minamino, Tomiyasu. Bro, the fan can cook. It's Suzuki Honda still there.
But no, Honda can't be playing in there. Honda, bro.
He went time ago.
How old is he now?
Honda's at 50 now, bro.
Remember under Rodgers? We were supposed to get it for like 2 summers in a row. We were linked to him for years.
We've suffered, bro. We've been linked with just the most random. Even though he was a baller back then, but we've just been linked with the most random.
Gio just said as well. They got
Kamada
from
as well.
Brighton.
Kamada.
Yeah. Kamada's got my man from Brighton, Matoma. And you know,
I'm saying, some of these small teams have got 1-2 ballers.
No, and you know the Japanese, like they're very efficient. They all have their roles.
They're always tidy.
Good, bruv, because they drill it into you, bro. Like from young, there's no like 5-a-side in it. It's just getting the pass right. Until you do that, you're not making the next level up in it. Like, bruv, they're all good. They're all good on the ball. Be interesting.
But is Yoshida still there? Experienced.
Yeah, he'll probably be there. He'll probably be in the squad. My Yoshida.
That group's actually the group of death. You know, I'm just deep in it.
Low-key
that is actually the group of death.
Low-key it is.
That's the toughest group.
That's what I'm saying. If we pull off that Portugal win, that sets us in good stead. We just need one more win, and we're calm. But that'll be the one. But look, we're gonna obviously head out there. Big up to everyone tuning in. Make sure you're smashing a like. Ish, let the people know, man. Are the captions still coming? All World Cup,
all day, every single game, bruv. Yeah, it's it's a blessing and a curse in it because it's been fucking time consuming. But yeah, we're
Work
working.
ain't getting done, innit?
I was going to say, did you start work today?
You ain't doing no work.
No
man.
comment, bro. I'm pleading the fifth right now, bro. But yeah, it's mad. It's mad. And obviously, because we had extra time for every game as well, all the games are overrunning. So literally, one game finishes, the coverage
Straight
starts
to
for
the
the
next
next
game,
game. It's mad. It's mad. But yeah, I'm just
Love
here on Insta, just working still, man. Just working still.
Exactly. So make sure, obviously, you're coming here because you're going to get the equalizers direct analysis straight after the game. G, chat to them. The England analysis is out. Great analysis. Let the people know, man, where they can find
Yeah,
it.
man. Just check it out, man. Over on GTV, England games, previews, post match. Then I'll do a live maybe at the end of their third game. Have a little chat about where we think they can go. But if not, I'm here. I'll be here every single night that I'm available. I'll be here on the Jerry James show. So this is where it's happening, guys. Like, we're here all World Cup, so we ain't going nowhere.
Every
World Cup
day.
here, we're here. We're here,
Every day
baby.
of getting the content, man.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. But yeah, so big up to everyone. Make sure you're tuning in every single day, 9 o'clock or just after. I mean, after the first game is finished. It's been myself, Romz, G, and Ish in the building. And we're out, people.
Boom.